What's going on, guys? It's Logan. I'm here with my amazing co-host.
It's your boy, Brayden Noble.
Yes, sir. And welcome to episode 9, bro.
I always do
Oh
this.
my god, episode 9, my boy. That's crazy.
Episode 9
of Actors
POV.
baby. We're back. 9 episodes.
Episode
that's
9.
That's scary. That's actually really scary. That's crazy.
What
bro.
is?
That we're on episode 9, man.
I know.
Like, it's flying by. We've done 9 of these. Oh, dude, that's just crazy, bro. It's like 10 hours, more than 10 hours of us just sitting here talking, which I love it, man. It's
Just
the best.
chatting
We have such
on
a
the
good
internet.
time.
Just chat.
Yeah, why not? And getting to talk with you guys indirectly, of course.
yeah.
Because you do it after. But,
Oh, yeah.
You know what I was thinking about doing, too, before we dive into this, dude? I want to do a live podcast. I think that'd be so much fun.
I think we should.
And I was wanting to do a Patreon. So it's like an event, right? And people can kind of join, and we can just do an entire live episode of Actors POV, review a movie, have acting news, and talk with you guys to hear your opinions and stuff. That'd be dope.
We should be together for that one.
Dude,
That'd be
yeah,
dope.
we definitely should get together for that. No, for sure. So yeah, I want to talk about some other things that an idea just popped in my head, but we'll dive into that in a second. Brayden, how you feeling, my man, on this beautiful Sunday afternoon or night?
You know, I'm doing good. You know, I went to church this morning, got my mission in, and then got some headshots after, and then had my class today. You know what I mean? It's been very eventful. I'm a little tired, but like, you know, it is what it is.
Hey, you know what? Get some of those smelling salts, my boy. Yeah, no, that's good, dude. No, my boy's been working hard at it, man. You know, did all that fun stuff. He's a hard worker. He's going for it. Man. Trying to get better. Trying to work on his craft a little bit.
We gotta be the best.
But no, I'm glad you're doing good, dude. I'm glad everything's going okay. Even
Yeah,
though
what
it's,
about you, bro?
it's, since the last time I saw you, which was 2 days ago. Not much, not much, bro.
Yeah, much has changed.
What did happen, man? Yeah, none too crazy. We just kind of hung out, working on some acting stuff with the potty and then with the YouTube. We did our stream on Friday night, bro, which was so much fun. That actually went really good.
Seen it? Go check it out.
No, and it's doing really well, by the way.
That's great.
Which is awesome. So you guys are really enjoying it, man. So if you guys want to, if you guys love our chemistry or whatever, you guys can go to our YouTubes, and we do streams on every Friday. We're gonna try to go for every Friday night. That's kind of our schedule. And yeah, dude, it has like 80 views on YouTube. Our little stream we did, so doing really well, man. But yeah, so if you guys want to go do that, we play the horror game. It's called, what was it? Inside the Back Rooms. So much fun. And then
so much fun.
This week if we do it, we'll probably either continue that, because we ended, even though we played for 3 hours. And then we can either dive into that, or there's a couple other games like Phasmophobia and Sons of the Forest and a few others that we'd love to play. We played Sons of the Forest after we did the stream, dude, and there were some funny moments, bro, that I wished I was recording. Brayden was flipping out. It was gold. It was so good. I love it. The passion was there.
It was ridiculous, everybody. It was actually ridiculous.
We spent 30 minutes building this thing, and in the last log, it just crumbles.
It just crumbled in my face, literally exploded. And it was probably my fault, but I don't even know, man.
Yeah, it was just silence for like 20 seconds. I was dying laughing. That's why it was silence for me. It was one of the silent laughs where you just can't stop.
No, yeah.
You can't breathe. And
Bro
Brayden
was silent laughing, and I'm just sitting here in awe, just mouth gaping like, what the hell?
And then Kelvin, like always, was napping on the rocks.
Oh, dude, I hate Kelvin.
Yeah, Kelvin is like the AI in the game that is supposed to help you out, but he just sits there the entire time, doesn't listen. He's horrible. But yeah, so definitely go check out that. That was fun, dude. We had a good time there. But yeah, and then on Friday, before that, we watched John Wick 4, baby.
John Wick.
Most likely the last entry in the John Wick franchise, even though I heard that they said they're taking a break. So I don't know if they're going to come back and do something. Like, even Keanu Reeves said he's taking a break from the movies, which makes no sense. And we're going to get to that in a minute.
What does that mean?
I don't know, dude. So this was, I'm going to count it as the final one in the franchise, because I don't see how they'll continue it. And it was interesting. We definitely have our pros and cons. People are calling this the best action movie of all time. The best action movie of all time.
How about no?
See, I don't know about that. See, I don't really
know
about
if I
that.
agree with that, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's all right, but best action movie of all time.
You're
We'll
pushing
talk
it.
about it.
That's
Yeah,
a that's a big thing to
yeah,
say.
yeah. No chum, no chum. No.
Where's the chum? Don't they get the chum
No,
involved?
this movie did have a lot of chum, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got the John Wick 4 stuff. We're gonna we got a lot of acting news actually today that I've written down, and then we're gonna do castings that almost happened. That's the best way I guess I can explain it. Probably could have put
Yeah,
that into better
yeah.
words, but I have
Very
like 20.
excited for that.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be a fun one, dude. If you guys have any that we miss, let us know as well in the comments down below.
Below, please.
Down below. But yeah, dude, John Wick 4. Brayden, I don't know if you have the synopsis up or not. But if you just kind of want to pull that up, read off the synopsis for us, man, and yeah, we'll dive into our little 30-second summary. And also, before we dive into this, I binge watched all the John Wick movies last week to get ready for this. Brayden saw the first two, didn't see the third one.
Yeah, I never
So
saw
just to
the
let
third.
everybody
I'm
know
bad.
that's kind of what our expectations, I guess, were. I was very fresh, and Brayden did not see the third one. So, but you didn't really miss much. And I'm gonna get into that in my cons. Don't worry.
Yeah.
So.
No, I definitely it was so funny because when I told my friend Sean that, Sean,
Yeah.
he instantly started pulling up a lot of the fight scenes and clips and he was like, "Dude, so you didn't see this? Or you didn't see this?"
John Wick 3 has the best
So I don't know.
action scenes.
I was
in
gonna say
the
I don't know the
franchise.
story, but I saw like the horse scene. I saw
Yes,
the
bro.
antique knife scene. I
Yep.
saw a few of the other scenes. So I don't have an idea of really what the plot is, but the action shots are
It's
sick.
the plot of John Wick 4, which once again we'll get to later.
We'll get to later.
Yeah.
But I have the synopsis pulled
Let's
up.
get it, bro.
Dun dun dun. With the price on his head ever increasing, legendary hitman John Wick takes his fight against the high table global as he seeks out the most powerful players in the underworld. From New York to Paris to Japan to Berlin. Boom.
All right.
Boom.
Alrighty. Yeah, man. The synopsis sounds like it'd be the best John Wick movie. For sure. The premise sounds like it'd be the best John Wick movie, but I don't know. Let's just kind of dive into it, though. I'll start with my little 30-second summary.
Yeah.
John Wick 4 was everything you want in a John Wick movie. It is a great John Wick movie. There's no bad John Wick movie. They're all incredible. They all do what they do best. Keanu Reeves is awesome as always. Everybody is absolutely incredible in it. And yeah, just a typical John Wick film. Not a lot to it. Just a lot longer than every other John Wick movie. And whether I feel that or not, whether I feel the runtime or not, we'll get to in a little bit. But this movie was about an hour longer than most other John Wick movies, which is pretty unreal. Because there's a lot going on, and it's the final conclusion. But I did like Bill Skarsgård, which was really cool. I really enjoyed him as
Fire.
the villain, and some really good fight scenes, and I think the best cinematography, which we'll get to in a little bit.
Yeah, no, I pretty much I agree with a lot of it. I would agree on the points of John Wick. It's a very good John Wick movie. It's just John Wick. I think this is in a weird way, and obviously it makes sense. It's the most experienced John Wick we've seen. Like definitely, I feel like his takedowns and his ways of like attacking people and bringing them to the floor was very. It just seemed more safe. Like not like if that makes sense. If you've seen the movie, you can almost understand what I'm saying. It's more safe. It doesn't seem like he's kind of just going on like last minute adrenaline, like, oh shit, throw it at him, do this. Like he kind of seems like he's planning out what he's doing.
Yeah.
I think the movie is great, and I have something actually extremely funny to say about the runtime. It's a runtime of 2 hours and 50 minutes, correct? And my problem is with this John Wick movie is a fantastic John Wick movie and probably would have been the best had the last 15 to 25 minutes not gone the way it did, because at that point it instantly needed to be a longer movie, which makes no sense. But this is where they almost started a whole new story, but it should have been like a Deathly Hallows type thing, like a part 1 and part 2 in my opinion, just because of the place that they went at the end of this film. I think everyone could have stepped away still in a completely different manner of how it could have ended. I thought it was a little rushed. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
I thought the ending was a little rushed. I thought some things like we'll get into it, like with his wife, like seeing her for the first time, like, like why now in the movie? Like you haven't even one time brought her up.
Yeah.
It just, it's a great action movie. I loved actually the comedic aspect of it. The fight scenes really reminded me of like of oh man, I can't think of the name. You know those like Japanese Ip Man. You ever seen Ip Man?
No,
IP Man? Oh man, dude,
I'm
you need to
not.
go watch those. Some of the best fights
I
ever,
bet.
dude. Reminded me a lot of Ip Man. But what I like about John Wick is it's still realistic compared to, no offense to the Japanese or like even like the Asian culture, but when they do films like that, a lot of them are like you can tell like it's very
Just a
excessive. Like they're like,
crazy samurai, yeah.
yeah, it's not
But it's
realistic.
cool in its own way, though,
It's
for
cool in
sure.
its own way.
Yeah.
But that's where I feel like they took a little esque from that and kept it realistic with the fighting in this movie, and that was super cool to me. I just one other thing, and we'll get to it, is just it said in the synopsis, the choice of jumping around the globe so much.
Yeah.
We'll get to that point a little bit later,
Mhm.
but I thought that was a very interesting thing. But yeah, pretty much great action movie.
Yeah,
One of my favorite action movies I've seen.
I'm with you, dude. It was definitely it's a great John Wick film, for sure. And just everything you want in a John Wick movie, just not as good as some of the other ones for sure. And you brought something up. We can kind of segue into our cons because I only have two cons with this film. They're pretty major ones. Actually, no, I have three. Now that you brought it up, there's two main ones here. And you mentioned on your little 30-second or 5-minute recap. Sorry.
20-minute rant.
No, you mentioned the part 1 and part 2 thing. That's pretty much what 3 and 4 are. When you watch 3, you'll see it's the same exact story.
Really?
And that's what kind of takes away from this movie for me. It's like they didn't tie up a lot of what they needed to tie up, and they didn't need to extend it into a 2-hour or 3-hour movie. You didn't need to do that at all. It was basically not beat for beat, but a lot of the same things happen in this movie that happened in the third one. And in that third movie, John Wick is trying to get to the table, like the main table thing, right? The main guy. He actually gets to him and he chops off his finger and all that fun stuff. Like, he goes through a lot of the same stuff in the desert that he goes through in this movie too. It's a lot of the same stuff, and obviously not the same exact story. It's bigger stakes, right?
Yeah.
But it's a lot of the same stuff regarding the table stuff. So it's like, I listen, and I just watched John Wick 3 the night before John Wick 4. So I easily segued into John Wick 4. So John Wick 3 was very, it was still in my mind. Pretty good in there. So I knew it was still very fresh in my mind. So I knew a lot of the story that was going on, and it felt like this movie just took the ending of part 3, and instead of, I feel like part 3 should have been 3 hours long, because now you took what could have been 30 minutes and brought it into a 2-hour film. And that goes into one of my next big cons actually, which was, why not stay in Japan? Japan was a perfect setting within the first 30 minutes of this film, and then you just segue out of it. And it felt like it was a whole different movie after that. Don't you agree? Like, it was like a totally different film. So
and that's
why
what I was
not
saying
keep
at
that
the
going?
end of my this little 20,000 year rant. That them jumping across so many. The Japan was the coolest part. Japan was the coolest part of the whole thing.
My favorite setting out of the entire franchise.
That and like New York at the end in the duel, like that was it. But it's not even like Paris was cool too, but it's because of the Eiffel Tower. Like these things, like Japan had the coolest action. I feel like that's where the story was really getting juicy.
Yeah, dude.
And then it's not that it was confusing jumping around from all the places, but like what was the point? There is no point. Like, you know what I mean? We're in freaking 6 different locations for what? He's going to a new place for what every time? He was never really going there for it. It never felt like he was going there for a point. It just felt like he was going there to kill more people. So
To go through different beats.
yeah. Just same place, different people. You know what I mean?
No,
But
I get that.
I agree. They should have kept him in Japan. That's something that we said when we literally watched the credits roll.
That's the first thing I said. I was like, why not stay in Japan? Dude, and we'll get to that in the pros. But no, when you watch John Wick 3, Brayden, you'll see it's literally the same exact story. And that's my biggest con. It's like, and I'm not the only person that thinks this. I've talked to a few other people and they agree as well. Even the people that say it's the best action movie of all time, they have this con. They're like, this movie didn't almost need to happen. And I'm not saying that. Listen, give me 10 John Wick movies, I'll enjoy them all. I just love the action in it. Some of the best action, best cinematography, the best choreography, all that stuff that we've ever seen, and the most consistent. By the way, these are all great movies. And I'm not. Once again, these are the cons for this film. I really enjoyed this film. These are just the cons. But we just got John Wick 3 again, and it underachieved in the sense of the action. I think John Wick 3 has the best action sequences of the entire franchise. Everything from the motorcycle stuff to the blades, like there's so in the horse stuff. There's so many good things, bro. And then this movie is like, oh, okay, we're gonna keep the story going, and it didn't try to one up it, but it just didn't live up to 3, in my opinion, when it came to the action. I'm not saying the action was bad. People are gonna be jumping down my throat. The action's not bad, but it's not as good as John Wick 3, which is hard to beat.
Yeah.
But that's my biggest thing, man. Probably my biggest con was like it felt like it kept going on, and that kind of goes into my next big con, which is the runtime. People say, "Oh, it didn't feel like 3 hours." It definitely did. I don't know if it's because I had to piss or what, but oh my god, I was sitting there and I was like, dude, and I didn't look at the runtime before the movie. I should have done that. But John Wick 1 is an hour and 47. John Wick 2 is an hour or 2 hours and 2 minutes. John Wick 3 is like 2 hours and like 10 minutes. This movie is 30 to 40 minutes longer than any other John Wick movie. And I definitely
noticed it. Yeah, at first I didn't. I'm going to be honest. For a while I didn't. And then it got to a point where I was like, wow, like this has been so long. And I feel like we're not even coming to a climax yet. Or like we're about to just get to the climax. So like where are we at? You know what I mean? No, definitely was a little long. That's kind of why I said chop it into 2 parts. But I get what you're saying with the third part was kind of and that would make it just more messy to put 2. I don't know. It seems like you kind of summed it up perfectly. Like this movie almost didn't need to be made. Not that it wasn't good, but like it's kind of like Toy Story 4. Like you didn't need to do that, but like it's good.
But it worked.
But it works. It's good. So like you didn't need to do this, but like it works.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Dang it! Oh no!
Ermy Gardner.
I had a point, man.
Ermy Gardner.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, like you said, it's not the point. I'm gonna get back to it eventually. I just gotta talk a little bit, and it'll come to my mind. But yeah, it didn't. Okay, here it is. So I watched this movie. Obviously, I watched John Wick 1 on like Tuesday, the second one on Wednesday, and then Thursday I watched 3. I watched 2 and 3 on Thursday. So I binged the entire franchise leading up to it. And I think that's why I'm not as big on John Wick 4 as other people. Now, if you watch John Wick 4 as itself, then you're going to love it. You're going to really enjoy it. But after you watch 3 and you see that it's not an exact copy, but there's a lot of similarities in the story, you're going to be like, oh, okay, I just was through this. So when people, and listen, people are calling it the best action movie of all time, and I want to call this right now. When people go back and binge the entire franchise as one, John Wick 4 is not going to be known as the best of all time anymore. People are going to be like, oh, okay, it's a great action movie. One of the best of all, not one of the best of all time, but definitely all the John Wick movies are some of the best we've ever seen. But it's not the best. It's not even the best John Wick movie. When they rewatch it, they're going to be like, 3. I think most people can agree 3 is usually at the bottom of people's lists. But then you go to 4 and it's like, it's the same story, just some good action and probably a better villain for sure, Bill Skarsgård. But you're like, oh, okay, cool.
Stinky ending.
So you're gonna love it. Yeah, really good ending actually. You're gonna love it, but when you watch it as an entire thing or entire franchise and binge it, you're gonna definitely take a step back and be like, oh, it's not as good as I remember. I'm just saying, I might be totally wrong. People might love it even more over time and say it's one of the best movies ever made, but I genuinely think when people go and binge this as a franchise, they're going to be like, okay, here goes 3. I already know what happens in 4, and 3 is literally just John Wick 4, just, with a crappier villain. And then they get to 4 and it's like, oh, same thing as 3. You know what I mean? While John Wick 1 and 2 are just their own thing and just so different and so good, which is why I love those films so much. But no, the runtime didn't help that at all. It was kind of like, all right, here we go. Let's keep it going. And I personally really felt it. And once again, I think it's because I watched all the John Wick movies in a row and I was used to that 2 hour, you know what I mean, hour and 50-minute runtime. And I get to this one and it's double that. So, or not double it, but an extra 50 minutes, extra 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So I think
That's
that's
a
what
good
kind of
chunk
threw
of
me
time.
off. So when people watch it as an entire franchise, it'll definitely go down, I believe, a little bit. Or maybe I just need to watch it again. Sometimes we talked about this. It's so hard to review a film when you've only seen it one time. So hard because your opinions change totally. Yeah, I think a big one for me, I didn't tell you about this, Brayden, but I watched The Whale again recently, like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, it's not
really?
bad. It's not bad. I hated on it a lot, but I've appreciated it a little bit more, for sure.
Yeah.
But it a lot more than what I did, and I think it's because once again you have the expectations. And that's another thing too. People were saying this movie was the best action movie of all time before we went in to watch it, and I think
Thought
that
it-
kind of
yeah.
our expectations were way too high for it. Maybe
so
that's what
high.
it was. People are like, oh, it's something like you've ever seen before. It's crazy. It's like, oh, it's good. It's a great John Wick movie, but is it?
It's a
best
great
of all time?
John. Yeah.
But those are pretty much my cons. And Brayden, I don't know if you have anything to expand on that with, but I can go into my last con, which is regarding the ending.
Yeah.
So you don't have anything to expand on?
No,
that?
I mean, like, pretty much. I think out of all of that, my biggest con had to have been, like, I guess the runtime. It felt long. It felt too short with the direction of where we're going with the next con. That's kind of why I was gonna like more expand on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only had like pretty much 1 or 2 cons. The only one was like the runtime and then the ending, like about what we're about to go into.
You can segue into that if you want to.
Yeah. I just think, like you said, this movie was really good. It was a really awesome John Wick film. I love the fights. I think it's super dope, and I give Keanu props at this age for doing it because nobody else is doing it like him.
Yeah.
It's a realistic, even the shooting and stuff. He really learned how to do all this stuff. So like, you got to give kudos to him.
Yeah.
And props. But like, I guess I'll do this as like a mini con just because it won't take up too much time. But I said this to you, like, I just think some of the kills could have been a little cooler. Like the pencil scene from John Wick 2. I think that is so dope of a scene. He uses kills people with a pencil. Like, I was telling
So
Logan,
good.
like, every time they're in a freaking fight, dude, everyone's pulling up their shirt to block their head from bullets. It would have been cool, like, when John gets it at first and he uses it for like the last 25 minutes. Because now when everybody has it, well, okay, one, that's too OP. So that's why you have to give it to him for a short amount of time. Then they're like, too OP. Let's give it to everybody. So now everyone's in every freaking gunfight, like
Yeah.
it's not stupid, but it's like you've just ruined the purpose of it. Just wear a helmet at that point. Like, what the fuck? Sorry, pardon my
right.
language.
You're actually
but
no. You're 100% right. No,
I
wear
was
a helmet.
sitting there through
Yeah.
the movie. I was like, why does John Wick not have a helmet? Because you need to see his face.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
what is it?
I-
Why
I-
are we jeopardizing his safety
You're
just so you can freaking pull your jacket
You're
up?
right.
You know what I mean?
Or a thing with the hood. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Have
or a hood.
back there. Yeah, hood would be, you know how
Exactly.
dope that would be?
Even cooler.
To be
It
honest,
would've
I
worked
would
better.
actually appreciate it if they had a hood. Because, you know, like something like
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed, bro. Oh, my God.
That would have been so dope.
Dude.
Yeah.
How do they not think about that, bro? Like, oh, dude, that'd be so clean.
I don't
Bro.
know.
Oh, my God. But no,
but yeah,
I feel that, and that's happens in John Wick 3 a lot because it gets introduced
Yeah.
in John Wick 2, right? Like you said, toward like the middle and the end.
Yeah.
But John Wick 3, it's heavily in there as well, and John Wick 4, it's definitely in there as well. So,
It's not even that's the
I
worst
see what you're
thing, but
saying.
it's just, you get what I'm saying. It's just kind of like, that's a little weird. Like,
It takes
why are
away
you
from the
doing that?
simplicity of what the first two films were.
Exactly, because it's like, now it's not even that he's unkillable. Like, if realistically, he'd be dead right now if they did not have that ballistic armor. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the first film, he didn't rely on that. You know, he got shot. He was like shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He was smart. He was precise
yeah.
with his movements and what he was going to do. Yeah. It was more like a
which kinda
Hitman feel.
Almost goes away against. Yeah, that's what it
Yeah,
is. In the
yeah.
first ones, he feels more hitman. In these ones, he feels more like combat veteran. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I get
yeah,
that.
you get what I'm
I
saying.
feel what you're saying.
But to gateway into the main con, the ending, man.
Yeah, bro.
I was really enjoying myself up into the ending, and I just don't like. Okay, I'm just gonna start off with this. The movie was very predictable because they do it on purpose. They literally talk about how about 4 different people tell John Wick in this one movie. Not only have they told him in the whole series, in this one movie alone, they tell him the only way that John Wick will be free is if he dies. That is literally what, like, dude.
They
4
say it
different
about
people
like
say.
4 or 5 times in this film.
And then you get to the end.
You know what's
and
funny
this
too? You know what's funny?
Yeah.
You were denying it too. You're like, they're not gonna. There's no way
They
they're gonna
wouldn't
kill
do it.
John Wick.
I know,
and
bro.
I looked over to Brayden. Oh, when when they're talking about the tombstones, and he's like, I want, or what do you say? I want a loving husband. That's what Keanu said. And that's a pretty good Keanu impression, right? I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
that
lie.
wasn't
That was
bad.
decent.
That wasn't
It's okay,
bad.
that's all right. But he turned and said that, and I looked right at Brayden. I was like, yeah, he's dead, bro. Brayden was like, no,
Dead.
bro, no way. I was like, they're gonna kill him. Watch. And like you said, it was just so predictable. I thought maybe I would be wrong because I thought they'd throw like a hook at us or something, but no, they
It's
just
predictable.
Yeah.
They
Sorry,
literally
I'll
did it
let
to
you go.
themselves.
Yeah.
No, you're good. But it's predictable. And that kind of ruined it for me because it's like, so now I was right. Like, you were right the whole movie. Like, you saying that and anyone thinking that's going to sit on their mind. Like, that was sitting on my mind in the movie. Like, is he right? Like, is he really going to die? There's no way, bro. And he dies. And it's like, dude, what?
Yeah.
This is where the big part of it comes. It's not that he died, it's how he died. And that is another point to the con. The ending in general is the biggest con of the movie. That's really it. Like, you redo the ending, I think this movie shoots up on my John Wick list completely. It's just like you took the reason that he was fighting for away at the end. Like, and this is spoiler free. He ends up basically sacrificing his health and take a gunshot wound.
This is not spoiler free. You meant spoiler.
Or yeah, this is spoiler, not spoiler free.
Hope it's not spoiler free.
He takes a gunshot to basically lure Bill Skarsgård's character to come in and shoot him, and actually ended up winning the duel. But in doing that, he loses. Why not on the freaking 20,000 flight of stairs that you climbed up with the cane guy? Why don't you just be like, hey, why not on the 10th pace? You just don't shoot me, dude. Or you just shoot the other fucking way, dude.
Yeah.
But no, dude. We're like, just fucking shoot me, dude.
Yeah.
I'm the only fucking guy that knows the plan, dude.
Yeah.
And then Bill Skarsgård, oh, this stupid boy shoots you, you arrogant asshole. Boom.
Yeah.
John wins. And you're sitting there, and it's like,
Yeah.
you're literally looking at two playground scrapes and a freaking dude, 2 playground scrapes and a BB bullet to the side of the abdomen.
Yeah.
And I've seen John Wick in the same movie fall 9 stories and
Oh my God, yeah.
face first dent into a van.
So that's actually probably another con, and that's with every John Wick movie. But come on, dude. I'm sorry.
No one survived. He gets right up.
He face plants on the freaking thing, bro. I was like, what?
Goes,
yeah,
does
he
like 3
does.
more
I'm
flips
like,
and then
come
face plants
on,
into the freaking
dude.
concrete. But then these 2 park scrapes, bro, when I tell you it was not even a flesh wound, bro, it was like a cat scratch. And then the one shot actually hit him and knocked him off his feet.
I feel like you have to blow John Wick up or do something crazy like that. You know what I mean? Just make him explode.
Or like in that moment, he takes the bullet and for some reason it wins, or like it just that goes on to the last con of the last con. John Wick goes into the sunset, and instead of having him like, it signifies him being on top as he's at the highest point that we kind of see in the movie. But like, you bring his dead wife back into the picture, and it's like, yeah, maybe if you're a fan, if you watch all 4 of the movies, it signifies it. But like, why didn't you at least introduce the thought of her again at the beginning of this movie? Like, why didn't you do that? You're just bringing a dead concept back in for no reason. So it's like, you're telling me John Wick was fighting for his wife the whole time, and people are gonna be like, "Oh, you're not seeing the whole meaning." I am, because you could have gone. There's so many things. You could even brought the dog back.
Yeah.
What was so? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
man.
what sparked the whole first movie, practically.
Yeah.
So what are we really? Why are we bringing what? So that he's free with his wife again, or? But that's not the point. I didn't think.
So the way the way they're going with this is obviously symbolizing that he's finally free of the table, and now he's free with his wife. So that and the only way he could be free is be dead, and now with his wife. So that's what they were going for. I see what you're saying. That wasn't the problem with me. My big problem was the way they did it. It was so fast. There was no build up.
I agree.
And I understand why he didn't get help, because he accepted his fate. He knew he didn't want to die in an unhonorable way. Does that make sense? He knew, okay, you know what, this isn't actually embarrassing. You know what I mean? I'll take the L and just die. This is my fate. That didn't bother me. It was so fast. It was like, he's dead. And
that's
one thing
where
too,
I was saying earlier.
do you remember?
You don't need another
first
movie, but with that
scene.
ending, they make you feel like you need a whole nother movie, because what the hell? Like, where did it just last 20 minutes?
The first scene, and this is a callback. It was 100% a callback to the first movie. The first film, in the first scene, what do you see? John Wick get out of the car and slump over. He survived. And then you end John Wick 4 off the same way. Obviously, it's a callback to the first movie. But you ended off like that. So it was such a weird way for him to die. Do something bigger. Do something crazy. You know what I mean?
My biggest
and they didn't do it.
My problem with that, and it takes the symbolism away. Because he's not freeing himself to the other world. He won the duel. He would have been freed in the real world. So not only did he win, he accomplished his goal just to lose. I don't like when movies do that because you've now taken the symbolism away. If he wouldn't have accomplished his goal, and that's what he was like, he knew there's no way out. He would never really be free in this real world.
I don't agree though. I think that like I said, that didn't bother me in my, because the reason, and this is why too. And I know you understand it. I'm just saying. That's what all he wanted to do was be with his wife. All he wanted to do was have a normal life. And throughout the entire franchise, they're constantly telling him, dude, you're never going to have a normal life again. The only way to get out of this is to die. And a great example is how, guess what? You came back into this after you retired. Nobody can retire for the rest of their life. They always come back into this and die. He accepted that. And that's why he's like, all right, you know what? I just want to be my wife. You know what I mean? That's what changed his life. You know what I mean? He became the John Wick that he was before his wife, obviously, in these movies. But there was always that part of him. Think about it, this only takes place in like a month span. This entire franchise. Mm-hmm. So this is very recent. So he still has that part of him that he's thinking about his wife. And that's he's still grieving. He's still grieving at this point. Mm-hmm. In a pretty severe way. So that's why he just accepted it and was like, all right, I'm just going to be at peace. So that didn't bother me just because I understood that's what they're going for. And I think you understand that too. I just think you're like, I just wanted more out of it and wanted a better wrap up.
But it just,
I personally liked it.
It's like, then what was the point of the whole movie to just die at the end? Like he's trying to win, and he goes through the whole point of actually doing it the correct way of going through a duel to be completely free. Like, what is the point of letting yourself die?
Well, because you're thinking too logically. That's your problem. You're thinking of like
I
logical
am thinking
terms.
Because that's how I'm looking at it. Logically.
No, I get that.
If you want to be like that, then in the third one it should have been over.
Yeah.
Because why on so many occasions, if he wanted to be set free with his wife and another, like he should have just let himself die or ended it. Like, why continue? You know what I mean? In a logistical standpoint,
he wanted himself to be at peace, or he didn't want John Wick somebody who doesn't want to lose. So maybe he didn't want to go out in a negative way. You're making him
entitled almost. You know what I mean, though?
What? In what way?
He has to go out like it can't be. He has to go out this way. It can't be a normal death. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. But
like you said, he doesn't know he was going
to die. He didn't know he was going to die, so he accepted his fate at that point. If that makes sense, because he achieved something. He achieved what he was trying to do for the past 3 movies.
Mm-hmm.
Or the past. So
you
2
think
movies.
that was? You think after he got shot, that was like a come up on the go plan?
I don't think he was like, I'm gonna die. I just think he accepted. All right. I just think he accepted the circumstance, and the piece of dialogue that he had with Winston at the end kind of explains it. He accepted it in a way, and Winston knew.
Yeah.
And they had that conversation about the tombstones, or not? No, it wasn't Winston. It was with the one dude, the one guy that plays the new Candyman. Fisher.
I know what
Jordan
you're saying.
Fisher. Is that Jordan Fisher? Is that his name? Not Jordan Fisher.
No, Jordan Fisher's the Disney kid.
Wait, that's the Disney kid. It's something Fisher, right? Fisher's in it.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Jamie, I don't know, something like that. Jordan Fisher, he's the singer. That's funny. But no. So he just accepted it, I think, in that point. I think you're looking at too much of like a logical standpoint. This is a film that the guy fell from 8 stories and survived. Not only in John Wick 4, but in John Wick. In John Wick 2 at the end, when he falls off the building and he somehow disappears, and then he's alive. Come on. He got shot off a building, right?
Yeah.
So this is that franchise. You can't look too deep into that. You just got to appreciate the symbolism and what they're going for, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just my thing, though. It
was all for nothing. That's what you're saying. It's all for nothing.
It was all for all 4 movies now are just completely like, why?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would have they killed my dog. I would have been like, right to the mouth.
Yeah.
Ended it. Joined my
No.
wife.
No,
Fuck honor.
I'm sitting here trying
But
to
I get
like,
what you're saying.
no, I'm trying to understand where you're coming from too, which I get it. I get it. You're saying it's all for nothing, which is great because it's our first real like disagreement about a movie, and I love it. I love it. I'm trying to really like deep dive into this. You guys let us know your opinion. Did you like the ending? Did you not like the ending? I
Most
think
people probably disagree with me.
no, but I see your point very well, like very vivid. Like I understand everything, every point that you're coming from. You know, it's almost like I have to rewatch the movie with your point of view, if that makes sense, and your perspective, and be like, oh, this is, which I understand it, but you know what I mean? Like so I can appreciate it, or really let it digest.
So when I was talking to Sean, you played Call of Duty.
No, Brayden, I've never played Call of Duty.
Okay. Listen, you've played with like Ghost, you Modern Warfare 2.
Yep.
He literally said it perfectly, and I looked at him and I was like, that is the best way I could have put it. It's like, it's almost like they gave Ghost some like whack death. You know what I mean? Like Ghost's death wasn't just like a pea shooter to the face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like to the side. Like, you know, you think he's doing the right thing. You're about to complete the mission. The leader turns on him. They blop him in the chest with a revolver and they light him on fire and burn him.
Yeah.
Like, this is John Wick, the Baba Yaga. Like, and you're telling me, and this is spoiler, like a blind man who can't even see his target.
Yeah.
Shoots him 2 skin grazes in the side, and that kills him. Like, and maybe that's not even a John Wick thing. That's also now a writer thing. Like, I just feel like there's one small thing that could have changed, would have fixed the whole ending for me and gave it more of like, not a purpose, because I see the purpose and I know the symbolism they're going for, but I just feel like, you know, you give if you give candy to a bait, or like give candy to a kid who didn't earn it, like they're just gonna always want candy.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like you got to earn that glory in the end. I feel like by just doing both, it just was like, I don't know.
I see where you're coming from, dude. 100%. I totally understand. It's just so funny because there's 2 totally different ways to look at it, and both make sense. And both perspectives make sense. So everybody like listening to this now, man, we haven't even reached the pros yet, by the way. But you guys let us know what you think about it. Everybody will see your opinion for sure, because it's pretty obvious, right? I just think everybody's gonna be like, yeah, it's a movie that it's a popcorn movie. You can't really like look at it that way, but at the same time, that ruins movies for some people.
It's how I was sitting there with Scream, bro. I did the same thing.
Yeah, no, go watch that review. Everybody watching this, and you can hear your opinion on that. But even Marvel movies, I'm the same way. It's freaking superheroes flying around.
Yeah, no.
But if they do stupid stuff, it's like, what are we doing?
I always go back to like when Star-Lord punches Thanos, when they were about to take the gauntlet off. Like, you know what I'm talking about? The original
and,
scene?
oh my god, yeah.
And he's like, Mantis is on him, like frying his brain. They're about to take it off, and he's like, where's Gamora?
Yeah.
Boof, boof, boof.
Yeah.
And it's like, why did you do that?
Yeah.
You have now just caused the whole rest of the movie.
Yeah.
He set up. He's the reason Endgame happened.
Yeah.
And that, if you would have
you.
known me then, it infuriated me, dude. Because like, it's
for months, my boy locked himself in his room.
Bro, because I like Star-Lord and I see things like that. And I'm such a logistic person. I see, and it's just like, why would you do that? You're a hero. You wouldn't do that. But then it's like his character wouldn't really do that.
Yeah.
So
no, I see what you're saying, bro.
Yeah,
which is maybe, why, and like I said, they said they're taking a break, so this might just be all one thing.
Exactly.
And he survived, and this might just why those characters would all get together though in the end, and you know.
I want to tell you this because I told Sean this, and he thought it was super cool. What I really thought would have like made this movie perfect, and it would have sold them with like the stepping away.
Bradley Noble should have been in it.
Bradley freaking Martin Noble should have been in it. No, you've played GTA, of course.
Yes.
When Michael fakes his death, you know how they're all like mourning his grave, and then like I think it would have been a cool shot. Like they zoom out of him looking at his grave, and then he's kind of just sitting there like behind a tree, like smoking or something, and, like walks away.
Yeah,
maybe it's a little cliche.
Reading the script for the next Matrix movie.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. But I feel like it would have given that like Hitman aspect, like, you know what I mean? Like he's dead, but he's never really dead.
But you know what I'm saying though? Like what's the point? Like why? Like it's not like this a whole big thing. It's just 3 people that are just standing right there. Now, and that was my big problem with freaking what was it, dude? The another Scream 6 reference, and we'll get past this. Everybody watching, I know you're here for John Wick, but do you remember when the one girl that faked her death in Scream? And the redhead girl, she came back as the killer. She was talking to Ghostface, and there was nobody watching her. So what's the point? and her sitting
Of
there.
doing
I
it.
just thought about this, dude. She's sitting there.
Absolutely.
There's no point. It'd be different if there was people around there, but there's literally nobody watching.
Yeah, I never really realized that
What's
until you
going
just
on?
said that.
You know what I
That
mean?
is so
It's so
stupid.
stupid, and I never understood that. So it's just something, I don't know, stuff like that really bothers me when movies do that, because it's like, logically, what are we doing here? So
What are you thinking?
What are you doing, man? So that's why, like, it just it would be stupid, in my opinion, that they faked it, because it's like, what's the point of all them getting together unless there was another funeral? Maybe they were just mourning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's no pastor or anything. But why would you get a pastor for John Wick's funeral? He's probably murdered about 200,000 people. But no, so yeah,
Maybe that's why. Maybe that is why.
maybe that's why. So I don't know, but that's just kind of my opinion on it. We'll see what happens, but I'm glad we had this little kind of conversation, dude, because both perspectives are very reasonable and very valid. And it's really cool. So, like I said, this is a movie that I need to watch a second time. Then I need to go through all the films again when John Wick 4 comes out and watch them
again.
And
maybe that's kind of why I look like that.
And once again, we have the big end of the year thing we're gonna do, where we do all the movies and we can kind of just talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And see how we feel about it again. That's gonna be so much fun. Everybody watching, I say this in every movie review, but at the end of the year, we're gonna get all the films that we've seen and reviewed on this podcast, and we're all gonna rank them all. So that's gonna be really cool. I'm pretty hyped.
That we should do that one of that episode as a live stream.
That would be cool. You're right, dude. That would be dope. That would be really cool. But we're gonna do some of those too before. I'm hyped. And then some other
plan.
And then some other stuff we want to talk about too regarding like guests and stuff. That's gonna be really cool as well. I'm pretty excited about that. Now let's get into the pros, man. This shouldn't be as long. Just kind of stuff we can kind of go through. I'll start with a couple of mine. Number one, the action, dude. The action's really cool. Like I said, I think the best action packed John Wick movie would probably be John Wick 3. The knife scene in John Wick 3 is literally my favorite scene, one of my favorite action scenes of all time, probably my favorite action scene of all time, and it was just beautiful. So cool. I loved it, dude. Just oh my god, I just thinking about it, bro.
That is one of the scenes I watched. It was so cool.
It's unreal. It's actually unreal. But the action in this was beautiful too. One of my favorite parts, which is why I wanted to stay in Japan. That's another pro of mine, is a Japan setting, is when you got all the guys with the arrows and the whole battle in the main residential.
That was so dope.
Dude, the Continental, I mean. That was unreal, bro. It was gorgeous,
it felt
too.
Like, honestly, it kind of felt like Mortal Kombat vibes.
It did, bro.
Like Mortal Kombat vibes.
You had the John Krasinski guy. That's what we called him. Not the main side villain, which was the blind dude, but the other villain that they had was the John Krasinski dude. And bro, he was awesome in this. I mean, he was just going off, and his character like specifically gave off really cool Mortal Kombat vibes. Just a really cool sequence overall. Everything that happened in the Japan setting was just gorgeous. I mean, the lights in Tokyo, and then just the samurai culture, something I've always just fallen in love with. I'm not even a big anime guy, but I love the samurai type stuff, and we got a lot of that. And the arrows and the combat, it was just really, really cool stuff in the Japan setting. And then like the typical like pink leaves on the trees, the pink flowers and stuff. Like it gives off this vibe of like, bro, action. You know what I mean? You get ready.
Very culturally driven, and it was done very well. It wasn't like pushed down your throat, and I enjoyed every. As weird as it sounds, like I don't like that we hopped over so much, but I feel like if you shorten it down just to a few locations, it would have been really nice. Like
just keep it in Japan.
Keeping in Japan would have been ultimately the best thing, but even if they only cut it down to like 3 places, like you didn't have to go through like 7 different countries. You know what I mean?
Dude.
But Japan definitely had the coolest scenes. I love the cultural thing they did. I think, and this is something that I said in the cons earlier, they could have adapted like cooler fight scenes. Like I would have loved to see John Wick like fighting with a bow and arrow, like rolling over someone's back, like shooting one, taking it, stabbing someone, and then like reusing it. Like just something cool, different. You know what I mean? It's not that the fight scenes in this movie weren't cool, but I've seen it before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just another John Wick movie, like we were saying. But
there's definitely missed opportunities.
That Japan-esque
that was
really
cool.
brought up the ante. It really gave it that, like I said, you need to watch Ip Man. It gave that Ip Man vibes.
Because Japan, like, fights and samurai stuff is always so gory. And it was gory, dude. It was, oh my God, it was beautiful. I wish we would have saw more of the samurai stuff for sure, though.
And they're not just, like, street fighting, like, because they're martial artists. There's technique to their fights. So it's just super cool. It is really cool. Super dope.
And it's just a vibe, man. I don't know.
The weapons.
Yes. Yeah. No, it was awesome, dude. And then probably one of the coolest sequences. This happens in every John Wick movie. Best one to say it's in Japan is when they say the main guy at the Continental, the main dude, where his daughter is the front office person, the manager, bro. When he walks past the group of guys playing cards or whatever, and he's like, let's show our guests some hospitality, bro. Just behind him, the thing comes up. Everybody, there's swords, there's ninja throwing stars.
That's your homies. That's your homies right
dude,
there.
It got me so hyped, man. So that was a really cool sequence. I love that as well. One of the coolest moments in the film. But yeah, the Japan setting was gorgeous, and then the whole fight scene. Remember down the stairs and everything. Like I think that was the escalator, wasn't it? The escalator shot where he fell down. The escalator, and he fell down, and the whole thing with John Wick and then the daughter of the manager kind of fighting back to back, bro.
Yes.
Oh my god, one of my favorite sequences of any action movie ever, and that's why I was just so into it. And then after that, it just kind of
because you saw two totally, and that's the coolest thing. They were two totally different trained fighters.
Yeah,
and that's what's awesome is like the actors probably worked with different coaches or like maybe the same guy, but like they didn't fight the same at all. You know what I mean? It was so dope.
It was so really dope. Really well done. And we see that in a lot of John Wick movies. John Wick 3 had the manager of the other Continental that is I guess like the friend worked at or whatever, and they do a lot together with the two dogs. I don't think you haven't seen John Wick 3, but she had like these two, I forgot what kind of dogs they were. They're like small little dogs, and that's probably one of my favorite parts of John Wick 3 as well, is the fact that like dogs were used as like little attack weapons, dude. It was really cool. Like it was really, really cool. And this movie, it kind of had that same vibe as well, and was executed in a really good manner, regarding the girl and him and her kind of fighting back to back. So really good stuff overall with the Japan setting.
You ever seen the X-Men with like Hugh Jackman?
Which one?
When they fought the Silver Samurai.
I don't think so. I never got into the X-Men movies.
It gives me very similar vibes, and I hope some people in the comments can understand that.
Yeah, no, it was gorgeous, and the set, like I said, such a missed opportunity, and it really hurts me, bro. It hurts me. I just want to see a John Wick movie in Japan, please.
I think that's the only reason they didn't finish it there is because like it's the end. You know what I mean? Or not the end, but taking a break even. Like
they got to bring it back to New York, and
yeah. So kind of crappy, but
now it's not gonna feel cool if you go back because they already did it. But
yeah,
that's just kind of my opinion on it, man. It kind of sucks, kind of made me sad.
I understand.
But yeah, just a little bit, But yeah, Japan setting was cool. Like I said, Bill Skarsgård as the villain was just awesome. He had this really cool presence because the John Wick 3 villain I wasn't the biggest fan of. He was kind of
I was gonna gateway that into a point. One of my pros is the characters.
Yeah,
I thought the characters were so awesome.
They were really good. The writing was really good with their like dialogue and their character development, and I'm with you, dude. No, the characters are really good, especially like I said, dude.
Kane,
oh my god,
his old, I can't remember the old friend's name, but like even him and his daughter, and then you have like the original OGs. I can't think of.
Speaking of the guy that plays like the receptionist. He passed away. The Lance Reddick.
Oh, Lance Reddick, yeah.
He passed away like a week ago, dude, and it's just so sad. He was never really able to see how awesome this movie like was. He obviously probably saw it, I think, at the premiere, but he didn't really get to see the reception it's getting. And John Wick 4 has the biggest opening of any John Wick movie ever, so it's doing really well, and it sucks that he's not able to see it, man. I think he was 60 years old, and it says natural causes, so I'm curious to see when they start releasing information on what exactly happened. I'm assuming
like disease he had.
maybe cardiovascular. I don't know yet, but I'm definitely really curious because 60's young. 60's still pretty super young to die to natural causes. So really sad to see. So R.I.P. to him. But his character was one of my favorites, dude. And he dies.
Yeah.
Wait. He died. Was it 4 that he died in when he got shot, or was that 3?
No, it was 4.
It was 4. Yeah, man. That hurt me a lot, man. That was that. Yeah, I wasn't too happy.
No, because he was gonna shoot. What's the guy's name? The older guy.
Oh, Winston.
Winston. I was making the joke. I was like,
oh yeah, and he went this way. Yeah. Winston, man, he should have died
instead of shooting. Yes, exactly. Right. They had such a chance with Lance, and not necessarily a younger actor, but his character is just really interesting.
Very interesting. He was so cool in the first one. Remember, he watched the dog and stuff. Like, dude, Lance was he was a great actor, man, and did such a good job.
Winston's
no one cares about Winston. Yeah, no one likes him. But yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, characters were great, and even the blind guy.
Kane, yeah.
Kang.
Kane was one of my. I thought his fighting, and then this is the only thing I have to say. Like nothing against Keanu. Like Kane's fighting was the biggest draw for the movie for me. Like
You stood
I
out.
thought his fighting style, because he's blind and like he really you can
Daredevil
like,
type vibes, bro.
dude, you could literally see he relied on his senses. Like
Yeah.
he wouldn't react like he could see. Like he just moved like he was dancing. It was crazy,
Dude, dancing. That's probably the best like comparison. You're right. He
It
was
was
kind of like he was
crazy.
almost becoming the art form. You know what I mean? Becoming the
Yeah.
martial art. You know what I mean? Which was just gorgeous. And like you said, you could still tell he was blind because like when they offered him drinks and stuff, he would miss it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
get it again.
yeah,
So
yeah.
those
Walk
subtle
the wrong
details,
way.
right? The details were very subtle, but they worked really well. And it kind of reminded you, yeah, this guy, even though he's fighting like he can see everything, he's still blind, and it worked really well. I mean, and he provided a lot of comic relief too. Remember when he
Yeah.
had like the deck of cards and he's like, "Let's see" or something like that, dude. And we had people like started dying behind us. So like those subtle comedic things were really really funny.
Absolutely.
And that's another thing too. The big Winston Frisk type of guy that we got in this one, the big dude. Remember at the casino?
Yeah. Like
He was really cool. Yeah. The pin.
yeah, I was gonna
I want to say
the
Pinhead. Kingpin. There you go. Yeah. I was gonna say Pinhead. Oh yeah, Kingpin.
Pinhead.
Yeah, he was cool, but once again, it's like this movie almost had too much in it. Does that make sense? Like it's like so much
That's
going
what
on.
I'm saying. It was too long, but at the same time, it needed more time. Like it makes no sense.
Yeah. But no,
It's a
he
pro
was
and
really
a
cool
con.
too. And seeing Keanu get his butt whooped, dude, by him was awesome.
Fine, dude. And I think it was Sean that we were talking. He was like, yeah, or I can't remember. Somebody was shitting on it, and they were like, yeah, like it's unrealistic. Keanu never like, in real life, like if he were to be fighting. Oh, I think it was Jacob actually. He was like, if this was real life, he would have gotten dropped, bro. And I was like, I don't think so, dude. Like he was getting his ass kicked. He choked him out.
Dude,
You know what
he
I mean?
remember he
Like,
got thrown down the like balcony and landed, and of course he survived a 3-story balcony drop. But he fell, remember, and he looks up and he sees the Winston Frisk guy looking down at him, and it's like, bro, that's a bit. Dude, Keanu got his butt whooped and he almost died. Multiple times to that guy,
but he wins.
But he wins. No, dude, that was actually probably one of the closest fights he's ever had.
Can we set up John Wick versus Floyd Mayweather? Like, I need to see who's winning the fight.
Dude, him versus prime Mike Tyson. John Wick's gonna win.
John Wick's winning, dude.
Yeah.
But this is the ultimate question: John Wick versus Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris, bro. Or like
I was gonna
like
say Bruce
Jason
Lee beat him,
Bourne,
man.
bro. Yeah.
Oh
Something
yeah,
like
that'd be
man.
dope.
You could do a lot of different stuff with it, bro. But yeah, no, I don't know. It's funny you bring up the versus movies. When your movie franchise is a versus like movie, like Freddy versus Jason or Ash
yeah, we get
versus
Bond.
Evil Dead.
Bond versus Wick.
Yeah, all those stuff. That means your franchise is in shambles, and that's like the worst ever thing to see. So, hopefully it doesn't have to, kind of
hopefully we're the only
fall
ones
back
making
on
jokes
that.
right now,
But
but-
yeah. Hopefully it doesn't ever come to that. But we'll see. That would be cool to watch though. But yeah, so the characters were really good, and I loved his character, the casino guy, and the way he died. Oh my god, dude! Remember he fell on his neck. Oh, you heard the crack. Oh Jesus! I'm doing a John Wick thing real quick. But no, dude, his death was brutal because he's like 600 pounds. No, not 600, but he's probably like solid like 350.
He's a thick boy.
Yeah, he's a big dude and he's tall. So he fell and he landed all that weight on his neck, and I was like, oh my god, crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, the characters are really good for sure. I'm with you on that, dude. And yeah, did what a John Wick movie needs to be. And I have one more huge pro, my biggest pro. But I'll let you see if you have any other pros before we keep going.
No, I mean that was pretty much it. I'll talk about Bill Skarsgård a little bit more too, because I kind of cut you off when you were doing that. But
You're good, man.
he did so good, man. Honestly, because I love him in it. I thought that's such a stellar performance, and to see him in this as like a complete, and he's not even American. Like it's so interesting, and his character is that like conceited. He almost seems like the king's son, the conceited little brat.
Yeah.
That is so confident he would destroy him, but like when it came down to it, he was a weasel, and you know what I mean. He played the character super well, but yeah, man, pretty much that's it for me on the pros.
Well,
like
one more thing about Bill Skarsgård too. He I think is one of the most underrated actors out there right now. Even though he's been in some stuff, like everybody just knows him as Pennywise. but he's
Yeah.
been great in some other stuff, like Barbarian. He was incredible in,
I
and
haven't seen it yet.
you need to watch it. And this
Isn't
one he was
Dafoe in that
really
one
really
too?
not Defoe. No,
No, William
no.
Dafoe's not in it.
Barbarian. I don't know. Barbarian was the new horror movie that came out in like November, October.
Is there someone else that's big in that movie?
No. The main girl's pretty unknown as well.
Really?
There's an older
Same
guy.
thing.
No, there's an older guy. There's an old guy. He's like 80.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I didn't recognize
Look
him.
into it.
Just go for it. But it's that movie. It was kind of, I had mixed feelings. It was an interesting film for sure. Like it's an entertaining film. But it just wasn't kind of my cup of tea. It wasn't what I was expecting. Let's just say that. So going into that Barbarian movie with an open mind for sure. But he's phenomenal in that. Plays kind of the nice guy. So this is something totally different for him, and he Bill Skarsgård can be like the staple villain guy for the next 20 years. Like that's how good he is. Like,
Yeah.
you know, there's guys who always plays the villain, right? And Bill Skarsgård could be that guy. You're not
I
that
agree,
guy,
actually.
but he is that guy.
But you are that guy.
Yeah. So but seriously, dude, I could see him. He has that like really like tall, skinny, you know what I mean? Kind of like playboy. Like, dude, he can really, really kick it for a long time in this industry as the bad guy. And he can do great as the nice guy too. Like I said, go watch Barbarian. He's such a sweet dude in that. So gives off kind of the weirdo vibe too, because he has that kind of like look to him. He's kind of creepy in a way. But that's the whole Skarsgård family. You know what I mean? They can all play the kind of crazy weird guy.
Yeah, right.
But no, he's phenomenal, dude, and he can definitely get up to, like I said, everybody knows him because of it, but he can definitely do some crazy stuff, and his range is actually unreal. So keep an eye on Bill Skarsgård. Like I said, everybody knows him, but he's going to be the big guy going forward in Hollywood in these next 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
For sure. And then my last big I just said it. My last big pro is cinematography. This is the best visuals I've seen in any John Wick movie ever. I
was gonna say that too because you got nominated for the Oscars.
I hope it does, because there's no like combat award or no like choreography. Yeah. You know. And this movie would win it 100%. Every year, John Wick would have won it every year's release. But this movie is beautiful with the choreography, but the cinematography, dude, the director, the DP, whoever was the DPs behind most of the shots, but the director has to say, it's actually unreal. It is unreal,
totally
dude.
Agree, dude.
I mean, there's shots in this film that even in the
quote
unquote boring
I'm
parts.
gonna call up the arcade zombies scene. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
like Black
dude.
Ops arcade zombies.
Yes.
They were doing like a freaking bird eye view from the top, and
Oh
you're just
my
seeing John Wick go through the roof.
Oh my god.
And you know they were doing that in a studio, no roofs. Like you're literally just watching him annihilate people from room to room.
3 minutes straight. This is a one shot, like 3 minutes.
He looked over at me and he was like, "You know, that's one take," and I was like, "I know, dude, that's insane."
And I kept thinking to myself, like, this is still going. This is
still
going.
Still going. Yeah.
But no, dude,
nobody messed up.
I'm sure they did. It's like he probably went through about 6-7 rooms. Like probably more. A whole
Maybe
entire building he cleared, bro. Like and it felt like a video game. Like that's what I loved about it, and that's what they were going for.
It's
like,
bro,
I feel like
it didn't feel like he was like just OP. Like he was tactically killing everybody.
And that sounds like you know when you have those ideas that sound good on paper, but then you do them and they're like eh. Like this is something that sounds great on paper and works great on camera.
It works even
you know what I mean?
Like, oh god, yeah.
And it felt perfect with the scene, dude. And that was something that I was sitting there and I was like, oh my god, this is beautiful. Like that's one of my favorite shots of all time. Is that 4 minute, maybe even 5 minute. It felt like it was going on forever of him just going through the entire thing, but it didn't feel like it was too long. It felt just perfect, just perfect, just perfect.
It's pretty perfect,
just perfect, bro.
Killer.
So it was beautiful, dude. The cinematography definitely. If it's not nominated for an Oscar, I give up. I don't know.
I agree. No, I totally give you that, dude. I thought of that when we were watching the movie. I even told Sean that, but yeah, I should have said that as a pro too. I totally agree. Yeah. Cinematography was amazing, man.
Yeah, the DP, all props to you, dude. I don't know who it was.
All the fight scenes, they never felt stitched together. Like a lot of them were like one take shots. It's really cool.
It's gorgeous,
especially
stuff.
When John and her were fighting. I can't think of her name, but the daughter were fighting together.
Yeah.
Beginning of that scene, it wasn't as long as the one scene we were just talking about, but they did a one take scene for.
I remember going kind of back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right. There was some, and it kind of like shifted. No, that you're right, dude. That was actually really, really cool. There's
Yes, you get like the two viewpoints. It's
yeah,
super cool.
and like I said, maybe I need to like the more I talk about this film, the pros, the more I like remember loving it. Like maybe I need to go back and watch it again. Like this is our first watch. You know what I mean? And you know, you need to watch a movie more than once to really give your true opinion on it. But no, beautiful stuff, dude. I'm with you 100%. And one more thing too, I didn't watch it because I went to go pee in the middle of it. By the way, the first time I've ever had to go pee in the middle of a film, the first time. I usually like stick through it, dude. I missed the stairs.
Dude, the best scene in the whole movie.
Yeah,
dude.
I'm kind of mad.
John Wick, bro, falls down at least 15 plus flights of stairs. And it was literally like,
yeah.
Like, dude, no words, just the scraping of clothing and the grunts of pain from Keanu Reeves for about a minute and 20 seconds. I swear to you, the minute he got up, guess who met him down there? The bald dude who looked like a bulldog. The third in command, not even the second command, the third in command, literally kicked him in the chest, grabbed him, did a twirl, and literally threw him in midair down the stairs again. And he's in midair, rolling faster and faster.
And then I came back. You're like, bro, you missed it. And then they're fighting, and then he rolls down the steps again.
Again.
Yeah, it was. I listen. I don't know if that affected anybody in a negative way because I didn't see the first stair roll.
Dude,
but even after a while, it happened 2 times. It happened 2 times, and I was back. And even then, I was like, all right, what are we doing, guys?
Because you know what I compared it to when I was talking with Sean. I've been talking about him a lot. My boy. The Kung Fu Panda scene where he's climbing the stairs and he gets all the way to the top and he falls all the way down the stairs. I was like, please tell me that's some homage.
Probably. And they said also, I was watching a guy, Cody Leach. He's a great movie reviewer. If you guys are watching this, you don't know who Cody Leach is and you love movie reviews, go check him out. He's awesome. He does a lot of horror stuff, but he also does a lot of action. And he said there's a big like callback to an old 80s, 70s action movie in this movie.
Really?
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it was. He said, if when you saw it. Maybe I just totally missed it. I don't know. But if you guys know what it is, let us know, man. But no, overall, dude, Brayden, do you have any other pros? Probably not.
No, I pretty much that's it, man. We tackled all the action, the characters, and the cinematography.
Yeah.
Great movie. That's what makes a good movie, man. The writing
and which that's another thing too. Movie. One thing I'll talk about, and we'll stop because this review's like an hour long. The John Wick movies, usually the writing's not incredible. Listen, it's great, but I'm saying incredible like compared to like Interstellar or Inception, right? Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? But because they don't need to be that great, right? It's just action. This movie, this writing is beautiful. The dialogue really good, even though Keanu Reeves probably said 4 lines throughout the entire movie.
Dude, that was something that was so crazy. I noticed he had like, maybe 9 lines at most.
And most were, yeah, no,
yeah,
okay, no. You know what I mean? So no, the writing was really good for the fact that it's a John Wick movie. Like the dialogue was beautiful. The character development. Like this is a film that like I feel like I should like a lot more, and it should be higher up on my John Wick list. But I feel like maybe it's because it was the same thing as the third movie. It wasn't too unique for me. I don't know what it was, but like all these signs are pointing toward a perfect John Wick movie, the best writing and the best cinematography.
And I was going to talk to you about that. It's like something that I realized happens a lot of the time. You know, we talk about watching the movie back is the best way to understand it, but I really think even that is a great way, and that is still like would have even benefited the conversation even more. But at the end of the day, like just sitting and talking about it, like when we talk about these films, like I come in with this premeditated mindset sometimes. And then when we like talk about it, I'm like, wow, I have way more good things to say. Yeah. Like, yes, were we really lengthy with the cons? Absolutely. But there are way more pros. Yeah. You know what I mean? And the pros outweigh the cons. You can just get into such fine detail about something you like. But we're just so happy with the simplest of things for this. Like, thinking about it more and more, like, you know, it is a better movie as we're talking about it, you know?
Yeah. No, you're 100% right, dude. And that's what's great. You know what I mean? Every movie has flaws. You can pick out your favorite movie of all time. There's going to be problems with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But, dude, there's that one guy it's their favorite movie. They can tell you exactly why it's the best movie.
That's true. That's true. For sure, dude. But But no, yeah, I'm with you on that, and it's a gorgeous film, and I feel like I should like it more. Now, like I said, we'll eventually get back to the ranking one day. I'm actually gonna do a ranking on my own on my YouTube channel sometime this week. But I'm gonna give you guys my ranking right now, and I'll let. Actually, you know what? No, before we do that, let's go and just finish the review for the fourth film. John Wick 4, like I said, phenomenal film, did everything right. Just, I feel like I need to watch it again and really digest it and watch all the movies in a row. If you watched the fourth movie recently, but didn't watch all the films in kind of, as like preparation for the film, binge them all. Definitely do it and let me know your opinion below, because I feel like it's going to change a little bit, and you're going to not like 3 as much, not like 4 as much. They're going to kind of hurt each other in a way. But the first two are just, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I guess we can just kind of rank them, dude, or rate it, I guess.
Yeah, let's see your rating.
All right, so this is a film that, like I said, a lot of way more good than bad. As a film overall, dude, I gotta probably give it I'm thinking of the cons again. It's kind of weighing it down. You know what I mean? I'll probably give it like an 8.8.
Wow, I thought you were gonna say what I was gonna say. I was like, "There's no way it's gonna happen again."
I'm gonna go 8.8.
And you're definitely not far off. Like, I sat between 8.8 and what I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna give it. Maybe this is a little ballsy, but I'm gonna give it a 9.0, just a 9 on the dot.
I was gonna say 9.
I thought, dude.
So I was gonna say 9.
Like, what the fuck?
But then I started thinking about, like, oh man, the is really kind of sped up ending, and then kind of how we were both kind of like getting a little bit iffy in the middle. Remember?
8.9.
Yeah.
8.9.
Yeah. So it's just a movie I need to rewatch. But
it is quality.
Yeah.
Like, I think all the other ones, can't speak for the third, but first, second one are definitely 9s and above.
Mm-hmm.
But this one is like, I think maybe if I rewatch it, it could become a 9. But
yeah, thinking
about it and being realistic and not being really nice, I'd give it an 8.9. 8.9 is a fair rating.
Very fair rating. And what I'm excited about too is we're gonna like go through all these different ratings and then look at them at the end of the year too, when we do our ranking, to see like where they're at, because we're gonna rank them based on their ratings, and then also how we kind of enjoy them, if that makes sense. So that's gonna be a fun. I cannot wait for that episode. It's gonna be a good one.
I am so hype.
Yes sir. So yeah, 8.8, 8.9. There you guys go. Let us know your ranking down below. And that'll be it for the YouTube video on the review, man. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, which you of course are, because it wouldn't be anywhere else, give this video a like, comment down below what your rating is of this film. Did you love it? Did you not like it? I don't know. Most people say it's the best movie. I've only found 2 people that say it's not their favorite John Wick movie. That's it. The entire time I've been on social media and talking to people, only 2 people, strangers on Instagram, say everybody I know say it's their favorite John Wick movie. So you guys let us know. If it's your favorite, let us know. If it's not your favorite, let us know that too. Tell us why. Hopefully you kind of resonated with some of our opinions.
Tell me why, bro.
Tell me why. Tell me why. So yeah, give this video a like, comment down below your opinions on this video and what you think of the movie and the franchise as a whole. Where do you want to go with it? All that fun stuff. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that little bell notification so you're notified every single time we post new episodes every single week on Actors POV. We love y'all, man.
Don't forget the most important part. Tell Logan Allen how much you freaking love and adore him.
And my guy. One more thing too. This is only like a clip on YouTube. You guys can go to the full podcast episode on Spotify and YouTube. Just go ahead and do that for us. But yeah, appreciate y'all watching, man.
Banger.
All right, sweet baby. So back to the potty. How y'all doing out there, man? Y'all looking sexy? I see y'all.
Smexy Gexies.
Yes, sir. So no, I want to do the John Wick ranking, just like a little, kind of like a quick snippet, because I'm gonna do like a ranking on my YouTube in a little bit, and I want you to rank them. Of course, you haven't seen the third one, but so you don't have to rank the third one, but just out of the 3 you've seen. For me, it goes my last place for me would be John Wick 4. Like I said, for the reasons that I said, it felt like kind of a redo of 3. It was. The reason, bro, the one thing that's keeping 3 above 4, they're very even. The one thing that's keeping 3 above 4 for me is the knife scene, dude. Oh my God. I could rewatch that scene over and over and over again.
I totally understand.
No, the whole entire sequence that took place in the library too with the big dude. Like, there's just so many good.
I don't know if I saw that scene.
The motor, like, I think it took place right before it. The motorcycle stuff, just over the pencil. Oh, not the pencil. The pencil happened in the second. What? Something else happened in the third film too. What was it, dude? I don't know.
The horse.
The horse. The horse was really good, and then the dogs. Like, dude, to seeing the dogs kind of like right beside him and like kind of using them as a little weapon was really cool. So yeah, it probably goes 4, John Wick 3, and then John Wick 1, and then John Wick 2. Which usually, I'm curious, you know this, Brayden. I usually put the first one always at the top. But John Wick 2 just does the first one better. It's new, it's a new story,
agree.
but it's a continuation. It's such a beautiful film. I love John Wick 2, dude.
And I'm not gonna really expand too much because I agree. Like I haven't seen the third, so I can't speak for it. But I'd put 4, 1, 2.
Yeah.
I love the first one, and I think if you never made the other ones, 4 by itself is like almost a masterpiece because it is the most realistic, raw. John Wick just has his weapons, he's got his vengeance, and he's got these awesome Hitman vibes.
Yeah.
But 2 takes him from Hitman to Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
like
dude.
He just becomes a different animal. The kills are way cooler. He almost gives off Terminator vibes with like how much I feel like he survives through more in the second one than the first. Like, you know what I mean? Like he'll
Also,
walk around with bullets in him.
The villain.
The villain.
And remember, I think the second one's where he said, "Do you need to assassinate my sister?" Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the one, right?
I think so.
I think so. And then he remember at the end he shoots him in the head inside the Continental. Is that the second one? Or is that the third?
Dude, I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen the second
you
one.
keep talking about it, and while you did the ranking, and I'm gonna look this up because if that's the third one, I really screwed up.
No, yeah, I only put 4 at the bottom. I like the original 2 better. I think both of them. It gives me a big Call of Duty vibe. I think at a certain point, Call of Duty was really good, and then they made it too futuristic, and that's why people started to stray away from it.
I'm right. He shoots him in the head in the Continental at the end of the film, and you're not supposed to kill somebody or conduct business inside the Continental in the hotel.
And that's what screwed him over.
And remember, and that's what got him in 3.
Then he wasn't. They literally told him not to, and then he was like,
bro, he went,
it was one of those like. Boom! Yeah,
dude, it was like in the Joker at the end of the Joker. Remember, and he shoots the guy.
Yes,
I got the same vibes.
You think he's gonna walk away, and then he's like,
"God,
bam,
bro!"
I know exactly.
I literally went
hardest scene in one of the hardest scenes in John Wick,
dude.
Yeah.
I mean, that alone puts the second one at number. That was a good villain, wasn't it? He was such a good
great villain, great realism, whilst raising the stakes, whilst raising the ability. It's literally like. I don't know. It was perfect. You literally leveled him up, raised the difficulty. You kept a good villain and made it realistic. You know what I mean? Whereas I didn't see the third, or I haven't really seen the fourth. And when you don't think about 3 and 4 when you look at 2, the idea of this is cool.
Yeah,
it's cool when you add it for the first time, and it's not the whole freaking movie. If one guy's doing it, and it's like a special, like it's when you get the Juggernaut suit at the end.
hood.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. You add the hood, bro. But
that's what I'm saying, man.
And I'll kind of end it there. It's just that's kind of what tarnishes the idea. You know what I mean? Of like 3 and 4 for me. It gives like I don't know if you heard me when you were looking it up. It gives me that futuristic Call of Duty vibe.
Yeah,
it's like too much almost. You know what I mean? Let's dial it back. I like a more boots on ground.
Very simple. And I do and listen, I'm gonna stop saying this because I say it every. Dude, you don't understand how much like resilience it took.
Mm-hmm.
I say this all the time. The first 2 were grounded. I know. I say that's like a trademark for me now. I say grounded on the ground. That's what the first 2 movies were. They were very grounded, down to earth films.
It didn't feel like a freaking
worldwide crazy
Christopher Nolan Flash film.
Yeah,
like, you know
dude,
I mean?
that's what I'm saying. So wait, Flash? Christopher Nolan's doing the Flash movie?
What?
No, are you serious?
No, I didn't mean Flash. I meant like Flashy.
Yeah. No, I was like, this is gonna be the best movie of all time.
That would have been sick,
that would actually be perfect because it's traveling back in time. That's Christopher Nolan's thing.
They cast Danny DeVito and Logan Allen as 2 leads.
Yeah. We're about the same height. But no, I don't even know where we're going. But yeah, I agree with whatever you're saying. What was it? The grounded. So the grounded approach. That's what I loved about him, dude. I need to watch these movies again this week. I just watched them and I'm gonna watch.
I need to
them
watch
again.
Scream. I need to watch John Wick.
You need to watch Scream, dude. Yeah, you do.
Still on my list.
Yeah, you do. But yeah, so that's our ranking. You guys let us know yours, man. Because you guys can actually comment on Spotify. I didn't know that. And guy, yeah, you didn't know that either, right? A dude was on because it's on technically a thing called was called Anchor, but just last week they changed it to it's a website and they changed it to Spotify for podcasting or for podcasters, and it's just a place you can go to upload your podcast to Spotify because you can't do it on normal on normal Spotify. Yeah. And it's just weird that they just changed the name. But anyway, I was going on there to look at the stats, and I realized there was a comment. And you guys, I guess, can comment on our thing. So there you go.
There's a freaking moth in my room. What are you
So
doing
yeah,
in here,
bro,
buddy?
a little fly just landed on me too. That's funny.
How did you even get in
Kill
here,
it.
little fly?
Kill it's gonna chew up your stuff. But
All right, let's just continue. If he
yeah.
comes back, he catches the smoke.
Bro, start swinging. He's gonna do some John Wick on him, man.
Yeah, I think I have like a phobia of bugs, man. I really don't
Really?
like them.
I don't
mean,
like
a moth
spiders,
won't
bro.
really bother me because they just can fly around. But like, dude, cockroaches and like
I don't want to say
spiders.
I don't really have arachnophobia in the sense of like I like freak out when I see them, but I cannot stand spiders, bro. Like
who
there's the
can,
second freaking Harry Potter, the whole spider stuff. Ooh,
Oh yeah, you didn't like that.
no man, it's scary, bro.
Really?
A spider that big? There's no way. No
You
freaking
know
way.
you want it.
I know you want it. Your blurred lines.
No, yeah, but they
It's a good
did like
one.
with it. Like he's a big spider.
Huh?
Spoiler alert.
What?
Like how Pennywise is really like a spider.
Oh, yeah. That didn't really bother me too much. It's more of like, because that was obviously fake. I mean, like real spiders, dude.
Yeah.
I don't play with real spiders. Like, I know there's a movie called Arachnophobia, and I'm never gonna see it in my life.
Oh
You know what
really?
I'm talking? You haven't seen it,
No.
dude? It's you remember Anaconda and what?
Yes.
Can't speak. Well, yeah, with
Yeah.
J Lo and Ice Cube. So it's kind of like that, but spiders.
Yeah.
So I'm good. I'd rather live my
Okay.
life. Anaconda was a good movie. I need to watch that, dude. I do. I remember seeing that when I was like 5.
Yeah, I was about to say it's been like a really long
Yeah,
time.
dude. I was really into it, man. I was like, this is scary. Funny stuff though.
It's scary,
I remember like the old white dude got eaten. The dude with the glasses, kind of. I don't know. I remember that for some reason. But yeah, and Piranha too. That's another one that's kind of based off that. Yeah. But no, man. So we got to watch those movies and get back to them and talk about it. We don't talk about it on the podcast, just to talk about it because I was talking about these movies. I want to watch them all again, dude.
Yeah,
But
right.
like I said, I might wait though for 4 to come out, and so I can kind of watch them all together. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, dude. Enough of that. Let's go to some acting news, baby.
Acting news, bro.
Do the acting news voice, Brayden. Let's get it.
Hello there, folks. It's your boy Brayden Noble, and I'm joined with my awesome co-host Logan Allen. And today he's going to start us off with some actors news. Give it up, everybody. You better be clapping.
Yep. Thank you.
I can
Thank
hear
you.
you clapping.
I'll add some noise. Appreciate it, everybody. Thank you so much. Great acting news today, man. We got Oppenheimer is 3 hours long. Apparently, actually, it just came out, which is pretty dope. So, yeah, 3 hours long, dude. How you feel about that? That's pretty cool, huh? Long movie.
It's honestly almost expected with the cast, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like it feels like the Titanic of movies. You know what I
does.
mean?
It does. I'm hype. I am hype.
So like Best Picture nomination,
Yeah.
absolutely happening.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt.
No, it's gonna be interesting, man. How old is Cillian Murphy?
Dude, he's in his 50s, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
no, that makes sense because think about it. He was in Batman, which is 2005. So if he was 20, he would at least be 50. Or
He
no,
looks-
sorry. No, he'd be 40s. It's been 20 years. But that makes sense. So he'd be late 40s, early 50s, dude. That's crazy.
I thought Peaky
man.
Blinders, I'm not even gonna lie, guys. I thought he was younger, like maybe in his 30s. No, bro. Bro's like 50 something.
Which makes sense. Yeah, because think about it. He looks, I mean, obviously it's makeup, but he looks a little old in this too. You can tell
Yeah.
the age is starting to get to him a little bit, man.
They
He has
did it with
like,
his hair,
dude,
too.
he has like one of the most like unique faces of all time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't know what it is,
Yeah.
but he's just so weird. Like, and
His
like, he's
head
not a
shape,
bad
I
looking
think.
dude. It's just like he just looks different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He looks like a villain. That's what he looks like.
Randall from Monsters Inc.
Yeah. That's just
I love
gold,
you,
bro.
Samir.
It's gold. But yeah, so that's 3 hours long. I'm pretty hyped. That's gonna be. I cannot wait. That's gonna be a long review, but we're gonna dive into that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty hyped. Speaking of another big time movie, and I love this. Love this name because I can relate. Adam McKay's new movie, Average Height and Average Build, stars RDJ, Robert Pattinson, Amy Adams, Forrest Whitaker, which I haven't seen him in something since like the 90s.
Yeah, right.
What has he been doing? I don't know.
Probably taking things. We're taking
Yeah.
things.
And then Danielle. What? Yeah, Danielle. Deadwider. She's a big actress. I just can't say her last name.
Join the pod.
Yeah, join the pod. I will get your name wrong even more. No, that's cool, man. Good little cast. I mean, just RDJ
Looks really-
alone
yeah.
is
Looks like a good
intriguing.
cast.
And it's cool to see Robert Downey Jr. doing something different than like Iron Man. You know, he's finally
Mhm.
starting to branch out, different than Sherlock Holmes and everything. So
Yeah.
it'd be interesting, man, to see where he goes from there. So, Yeah, we love you.
Definitely a movie to be watching out for.
Yep. And then The Hunger Games is coming out with another movie. It's
I
the
saw that.
Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Is it gonna be
November 17th? Go ahead.
Dude,
Get
were
it
we
out.
not just talking? I can't think of her name.
Oh,
This-
Jennifer Lawrence.
yeah, I was like, we were not
No,
just talking about it.
didn't she die in the last one?
Is that what happened?
I don't know. I haven't seen the Hunger Games movies. I want to see them, so hopefully, like, I saw the cast list and she wasn't on it, and I was like, I hope I wasn't just spoiled because I'm trying to get to the Hunger Games movies. That's like on my list, and like I don't know. I think she might have been dead
Dude,
because
I
she was in
watched
like
the
4
Maze
of them.
Runners. The Maze
Yeah,
Runners
those good
are
too.
amazing, bro. Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
I need to get to. I read the first book,
Mhm.
Hunger Games too. I remember that was like the book to read. Remember
Dude,
everybody
I
in
can
middle school.
confidently say I've read like the first 3 Maze
Yeah.
Runners.
I need to get to both those franchises, man, because the Hunger Games is a really cool like premise. You know,
Yep.
these kids are forced to fight
Dude,
against each other and kill each
The
other.
Hunger
Like,
Games
dude,
is basically the reason we have battle royales today, man.
it is exactly what it is, dude. And everybody was like, remember the culling? I was telling you about that video game, and I told you like people weren't calling that game the first battle royale,
Dude,
and weren't calling
Minecraft
it a battle
Hunger
royale.
Games.
Dude, they were calling it, yeah. No, they were calling it the Hunger Games of video games. That's exactly what they were calling it. That's how
Yeah.
and influential the Hunger Games was, and how it shows you that there's no battle royale out at that time other than the culling. If you know what the culling is and you're listening to this, by the way, I love you. I think I
You're
said that
an
last
OG.
episode.
You're a culling boy.
You are an OG baby. But yeah, I haven't seen any of the movies, and Jennifer Lawrence isn't in it, so I don't know. We'll see. If I like the movies, I'll get to it. It's a book though. It's based off a book.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes. And the John Wick box office stuff. John Wick domestically made $73.5 million domestically opening weekend, which is insane. And then worldwide made $137.5 million, which is
saw a
just
post about
unreal.
that.
So largest opening ever for a John Wick movie. I'm gonna look up the budget. I'm assuming the budget's around $80 million. Let me see though. John Wick for budget. 80 million, 90 million, 100 million, 100 million. So they already made back their budget. I don't think that's included marketing either though. So marketing's probably like a solid like 20. So they made it back. They're chilling. They're vibing right
They're
now.
chilling. Opening weekend, they made it
20
back.
million is a lot for marketing. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Depending on what they showed it. And did they show it at the Super Bowl? I don't think so.
Mm.
No, so budgeting, but that can be a lot for sure. But yeah, they made their money back opening weekend, and this is a film that's going to continuously make money each and every weekend. Their sophomore weekend, their junior, all that stuff. So they're gonna absolutely kill it. So yeah, there you go. That's all our acting news. Brady, do you have anything else that you have? Or?
No, pretty much. Some of that stuff is some of the stuff I sent you on like Instagram and stuff.
That's exactly what it is.
We send each other.
I just go to
random
the
stuff, and-
DMs, bro, every time.
Yeah, we always send each other random acting. I even made a comment about one of those, and I was like, at least we have some acting news.
Yeah. Because it literally said acting news in the headline. It's called.
Yeah.
Funny stuff.
No, but that's pretty much it. Yeah. No, I can't think of anything else.
Cool. Love to see it. And then, we'll go into our last segment of the day, man. These are like castings that almost happened. How do you even do you have like a phrase you use? Because castings that almost happened sounds terrible. There's got to be like a shorter.
Almost castings.
That's what I have written down, but that sounds terrible.
Almost,
Castings that almost happened. Nah.
castings.
Castings
That got away.
Castings that got away. Was that like a castaway nod?
You know, like the girl that got away, the one that got away, the casting that got away.
Yeah, bro. I get that, man. Quiet girl. Why didn't she scream? You know what I mean?
Facts. Why are you?
If you guys watch that, if you guys watch that episode, you know what we're talking about. But yeah, almost castings, we'll call it that. I don't know. These are people that almost got casted in roles that we know today. Now, you guys have probably seen these all over the place. There's about 5 of them that I know you guys have probably never heard before. The others are pretty well known. But yeah, we'll just kind of go through some of these, and I'll read like 5 down, and then Brayden can do 5, and then we'll just kind of go like that. A big one that we can really talk about, dude, is John Krasinski, which is pretty known. Pretty much test screening for Captain America.
You don't want the smoke.
Is the moth hanging
You don't
around?
want the
Oh,
smoke.
my boy.
You saw that?
Yeah, I seen that. My boy was ready. My
I
boy was
struck
ready.
the bug, but it's probably still live.
Dang,
but
that
I
sucks.
definitely struck him.
Good
But
stuff.
John Krasinski as
Yeah.
Captain America.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, as Cap, which I actually kind of like.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
crazy.
mind it. I mean, think about when Chris Evans was, casted, everybody was like, why are you getting Human Torch? What are we doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
People are like, what? This is like
exactly.
a rom-com guy, you know? And Chris Evans is unreal. So John Krasinski, I think, would have been a really good pick, especially with the beard he can grow, dude. Oh my God, could you imagine him in like Infinity War? Stop
No,
playing.
yeah, that would have been really cool.
Yeah, dude, he would be good. He'd be good. We just need John Krasinski in the MCU, and now that they're not doing, they're not getting him as Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic is kind of ridiculous, but it is what it is. It's okay.
It's like, why'd you even do it?
Yeah, they gave it to us in Multiverse of Madness, so we'll take it.
Yeah.
And then another big one, but it's crazy though because he did the actual screen test with the suit, John Krasinski, so he got to like put it on and everything, which is cool. But Britney Spears and I've never seen the Notebook. You've seen the Notebook, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I actually
Britney
have that one
Spears,
written down.
yeah, as Allie. So how do you? I've
You know
never
what?
seen it. How do you feel about that?
Can I make one comment though? Because like you kind of brought up with the suit thing. You know who are two actors that almost played a certain role and they both like wore the costume and screen tested it?
Tom Hiddleston as Thor,
I saw that.
and there's a Spider-Man one.
No, there's two. So I'm talking about it's two for Spider-Man. Both of these
Josh
people.
Hutcherson,
I didn't even know
and
about that one.
oh, I know, I know Josh. Well, actually on my list. But and then I know Jake Gyllenhaal was going first, and Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leo, because that's how Toby got the role.
Right,
Leo,
right,
Leo
right.
gave the role up to Toby.
Right, which is cool.
But
and then there's someone else.
There's a picture of this. And you know what else No. I'm so sorry. It wasn't Spider-Man. You know, it was for Superman. Do you know who it was? now that it's Superman?
Okay. What's Superman though?
It was back, not Henry Cavill's Superman.
Oh, like 78 Superman?
No, it was supposed to be like the Superman,
man.
and they pushed this project off, and then they made the Henry Cavill Man of Steel. It's so weird when I'm gonna say this.
Oh, no, I know who it is. Oh my god. Josh Hutcherson, or not Josh, no, the other dude, I can see his freaking face,
Logan
bro.
Allen.
No, bro, I can see this dude's face. Who is it, bro? He was in The Faculty and Halloween H2O. Oh my god, just tell me. I know who it is.
Well, honestly, I don't even know if it was that one. I've seen the videos before. Freaking Nicolas Cage, dude.
Oh yeah, Nicolas Cage. No, I wasn't thinking of
Literally
Nicolas Cage.
had a test, like his suit that he wore for
I remember that.
Superman is out there. There's a video of it out there. He literally
I'm okay.
he was
I'm
supposed
good.
to play the part.
No one wants
Yeah.
that. No one wants that.
So crazy,
I love
right?
Nicolas Cage, but not in Superman.
But
That's not gonna
I
fit.
know, crazy though.
Yeah,
right?
that's some of dude. Wait until you see some of these I have written down. You're gonna be like, what is happening? So
No,
so
yeah.
so what do you think about Britney Spears though? So do you agree with that? Or like how would I've never seen the Notebook, so I can't speak on
Yeah, no.
it.
Absolutely not. She's not an actor.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
So
She's not an
Allie
actor for a
Allie
reason.
required a lot of like emotional
Oh my,
stuff.
that movie was nominated for some Oscars, man.
Yeah.
Like people, that movie is emotional.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have worked. It just wouldn't have worked
Yeah.
with her. No offense.
No, there's a lot of the Notebook that actually was different, like
Yeah.
casting wise. I didn't write all of them down. I only did one because I didn't want it to be all in the Notebook. But there was like four. Like
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling wasn't even supposed to. Like it was a lot of other people that were supposed to be in for that role. So, really interesting stuff.
I saw that one too.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't seen. I need to watch it, bro. I'm not a huge like rom com guy, but I do like. That's not even a rom com. It's like a full like
pretty good.
romance. You know what I mean? But I'll get around to it. I'll do two more. Nicolas Cage as Bender in The Breakfast Club, bro.
What?
Yes, bro. So instead of Judd Nelson, it was gonna be Nicolas Cage, bro. And Judd Nelson took it. I forgot that the people like Nicolas Cage didn't have what was the word they used? The
Availability.
attitude. No,
Oh.
yeah, the attitude. I guess I forgot how they explained it of Bender. There's no freaking way, bro. That's just crazy to me.
That is pretty crazy to me.
Nicolas Cage was so close to a lot. It's crazy stuff, man. And then
Yeah.
one more, Eddie Murphy as the Grinch. Eddie Murphy was almost Jim Carrey's Grinch, bro.
Dude, I have a great one to segue into it.
Bro, but think about that though. Just
that would have been
picture.
a completely different movie.
How you doing?
No offense to Eddie Murphy, it wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have been
Bro.
as good. It would have just been so weird.
I want to see it. I love Eddie Murphy. I love everything from his stand up to his. Eddie Murphy is a legend, bro.
Yeah.
I want to see I'm not saying it's good. I just want to see how. I just
But
wanna
yeah,
see it.
I want to see what it would have been.
You know what I
Obviously,
mean?
they were about to cast him,
And that's when he
so
was in his not prime. Yeah, no, early 2000s, late
maybe
90s.
close to it.
Close,
Yeah.
pretty much in his prime. I would have loved it, dude. Give me it.
Yeah.
Give me it. Give me it. Give me it. Give me it. So what's your next one though?
So, yeah, no, and I'll segue. Jim Carrey as Buddy the Elf. The script came into Jim Carrey's office before it did for Will Ferrell because he had his pop sooner. And had the movie went forward, it would have went to him.
I'm trying to think of like.
What if that would look like?
It makes sense. It's a
It
very,
does.
but at the same time, Jim Carrey's never done a role like that. He does.
I
This,
want to
he-
see that.
So okay, Jim
is
Carrey
what I wanna
does.
see.
Yeah, Jim Carrey does the stupid roles, right? Dumb and Dumber, all that. But like, this is a different type of role. He's never played a man child before.
Mm-hmm.
But Will Ferrell never did either. So and that happened really well. So like, I'm like, I can't. That's like one that I just can't see. Right? Can
Yeah.
you see it either or no? Like there's like I think you do. It makes sense, but I can't see it. If
I
that
was
makes sense.
trying to earlier, but it definitely was really freaking difficult. It was really hard. I will not lie.
Because that was in 2004, right? 2003.
Maybe.
2003. It's one of those 2 years. And maybe 2002. I don't know. It's 2004, around there, around that time. So
It was 2003. It was 2003.
it was 2003. What I think about Jim Carrey, I think of like around that era, like the freaking.
Because The Grinch came out in 2000. That I remember.
Yep. Same here. That's like I think everybody knows that. It's so weird that everybody remembers that one because it's 2000. You know what I mean? But no, I like around that time I just think of like the Ace Ventura hair as Elf, as Buddy. You know what I mean? Like that's what for some reason that's what I think of, and I just can't get it out of my head. Even though it's closer to like his other performances he did around that time, whether that's like Mr. Popper's Penguins or something like that.
Yeah,
with
that movie.
the shorter hair. It's a really good movie with like the shorter hair.
Yeah.
But I just around that time, dude, 2000s Jim Carrey. I think of the freaking Bruce Almighty, big hair. You know what I mean? Like that's what I think of.
No, absolutely.
Which I think was 2001 or 1999, something like that. But no, so that I just can't think of it. Like I don't know. That's a cool one though, dude. That was actually a really good one.
Right?
Good stuff. Let's get some more.
Will Smith and Sean Connery as Neo and Morpheus in The Matrix.
Yeah, I seen that, bro. I'm good.
I'm good too.
I'm good.
Maybe Will Smith would have been interesting, but I'm good, I think.
Well, because he kind of did that with like Hitchcock, nah. But like,
Well,
like in a way,
What was it,
action-
Gemini Twin or whatever, where he kind of plays himself? Like the young version of there's like 2 versions of himself. You've seen that with Will
I haven't seen
Smith?
that. No.
It's literally like a carbon copy, and they use like CGI, and it's him, and then he has like a 20-year-old version of himself. So
I
it's
haven't
literally
seen that.
him, just looks. Yeah, it's cool, but it kind of gives me that kind of vibe. You know what I mean?
He wouldn't have been bad. Like I think Will Smith actually would have done a good job in that role.
Mm-hmm.
Because think about like Bad Boys, you know what I mean, all that stuff. That's when he was like, that's around the Bad Boys time. So
Yeah.
like, I think Bad Boys 3 was in 2001 or 2002. So yeah, dude. I mean, I'm actually I need to watch a Bad Boys movie.
May I
dude.
ask how many of freaking dude
Bad Boys 2. was in
Matt Damon did you see? I saw so many for Matt Damon.
Matt Damon's, yeah. He's like the known guy that's turned down big roles and they all became big. And like he's it's actually a known joke. He's like the joke of Hollywood of like turning down big roles.
Yeah.
Like it's actually pretty funny. He's turned down so many big roles that could have changed his career. I mean, he's a big actor. Don't get me wrong. He's been successful, but like he could have been like the guy.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm gonna do some of my. I'm trying to think of the biggest ones, but I have a good one. Miles Teller and Emma Watson in La La Land.
Yeah, I saw that too, dude. Emma Watson would have been beautiful for that. I mean, she would have
Yeah.
done such a. I love Emma Watson. We already talked about this, but he does.
It
love
would
Emma
have
Watson.
been like,
You know what I mean?
dude,
She's such
and it's
an awesome human being.
It would have worked in a way. It would have been like the multiverse. Like it would have been the same movie, just like a completely different vibe, but like similar vibes. You know what I mean?
Totally
Like,
different vibe with Miles Teller though. Like
Yes.
that, like his singing is like that raspy, and then you
Yeah.
have freaking no. There's no way, bro. Like I it would have been interesting. I think Emma Watson would have been incredible. I think she would
Oh,
have
yeah.
stole the freaking show because her voice is actually insane.
Yeah.
And I don't remember like dancing or anything, but singing wise, she's incredible. And I think she would have done a good job. But yeah, I mean, now I'll say this: if Miles Teller would have got that role, he would have been Elvis.
Probably.
He would, which is another big
Probably.
one we can kind of segue
That's
into.
funny.
He 100%, 100. Mark my words. I don't know why I'm saying mark my words because we're never gonna know for sure. But he would have been he would have been Elvis. He would have 100% been Elvis unless they wanted to go for more of an unknown actor or unknown person as that role, if that makes sense. Because then you can't really see them for that actor. They see them for that role. You know what I'm saying? When you see people try to like interpret other people, impersonate them, and it's like no, you just see the actor. Like Owen Wilson in that Bob Ross thing he's doing. You just see Owen Wilson, bro. You're not going to see. So maybe they always wanted to go with an unknown guy. Maybe that's why it worked for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. That I was just kind of thinking about that, man. Miles Teller. I think he would have segued into Elvis, and we'll kind of talk about that. I think so what's funny story about Elvis, dude. When Elvis first got I saw the trailer and everything, I was not sold on Austin at all. I was like, this is not it. And I wanted Miles Teller so bad. It's not even funny. Like I almost didn't even see the movie. Like I was so hyped about that film, and we talked about this. And if you guys are listening to the podcast, you've heard me talk about it in previous episodes. I was going crazy. I was listening to Elvis songs. The only thing I didn't do was watch Elvis movies, but I was listening to Elvis songs, just going full into his life, what he went through, and I was threatening not to watch the movie because I was so mad they didn't get Miles Teller in there. And then I watched it and I was like, nope, I see why. It was the perfect casting. But Miles Teller would have been, he looks just like Elvis. I would like
to see what it would have looked like, at least, how close he was.
Yep. Yeah.
Because maybe in other people's perspective, maybe he did play it better. You know what I mean? I'm not saying at all that's what it is, but you get what I'm saying.
I feel you, man. No, I'm
the hypotheticalness of it.
It would have been super interesting for sure.
I got two more, and then we'll you start saying some of yours, but
Go for it, bro.
I'll do a little double one here. Ian McKellen as Dumbledore and Robin Williams as Hagrid in Harry Potter.
Whoa, Ian.
Dude, that would have
Dumbledore?
Been sick. That would have been sick. What saying it would have been better.
What did he look like back in 2000? Ian.
He still had hair. That's when guy had hair.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think because. I mean,
just imagine
he had some age to him.
They look alike.
Yeah.
Because he's in his 90s now. You know what I mean?
He had some
70s.
age. He definitely had some age. Yeah, man.
I like that one more than the Robin Williams Hagrid. I just don't know
Robin
what that
Williams
Hagrid
like. Would have been
I don't want to say too flamboyant, but too comedical almost.
Too
out there.
Yeah, I mean Robin Williams has done serious stuff, but I agree with that. That character has a comedic element to him. And if you give Robin just a little bit, Robin, because my big thing is with Robin Williams, you give him an inch of comedy, he's gonna go full out with it. Yeah, you know what I mean. I feel like that's what he would have done with the Hagrid role.
I almost feel like he plays Snape better, as weird as it sounds, or Voldemort.
He would be amazing as Snape. Yeah. I don't know about Voldemort, but Snape would be amazing.
Yeah,
because he can tap into the serious. That's actually really good. Good thing, man. Really good fan casting. Look at us. We gotta do that one time. Do a fan casting thing.
Yeah.
We were talking about that. We've seen kind of the planet. Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm in between. All right, I'll just do two more because they're both one person, but it's because they're both multiples. Yeah. So Al Pacino for Han Solo.
Yeah, dude.
And for I have it, or John McClane in Die Hard. I didn't know that one. I've heard about the Han Solo one, but never the John McClane one.
Yeah, leave John McClane alone. Leave that to our man, the myth, the legend, Bruce Willis. So sad what he's going through right now. I've seen his birthday celebration.
I was about to say happy late birthday though.
Happy birthday to him. It's just sad to see, man. I mean, it's horrible. But Demi Moore's there with him, and it's his wife that he has now, and he has good people around him. But but we're good, dude. I mean, just I don't want to see that. But Han Solo too, nah, bro. Because wasn't Han Solo freaking Harrison Ford, dude. Harrison Ford's one of the best movie stars of all time. So
I saw Sean Connery almost got Indiana Jones too.
Yeah, I saw that.
But he's just got that. What he's good at is he's good at playing the hero, and he was so good at playing a calm hero. It wasn't like that, like
Yeah.
I'm coming to save the day. He's
Yeah.
like,
Da-da-da-da. Yeah, like the
he's
Indiana
I'm
Jones
here,
music.
ma'am.
Yeah,
Let me
no,
shoot him now.
I'm with
You
you.
know what I mean?
I'm with you. Yeah, no, those castings I'm glad didn't happen. I love Al Pacino, but no, we're good.
And then this last one, and then it's just the Matt Damon ones because I brought it up earlier. But these are only two. These were the two big ones I saw. There was like two more or like three more that I saw. But Matt Damon as Jake Sully in Avatar, and as Harvey Dent in the Dark Knight series.
Yeah,
And there was like two or three others that I saw.
yeah.
But yeah, I maybe I can see the Avatar almost, but not Harvey.
I can see the Avatar one, but yeah, not Harvey Dent. What's his name, dude? Eckhart. What's his name? We just did this last episode. We talked about it. The guy that plays Harvey Dent. We looked him up. But we're talking about the Heath Ledger story. I looked this dude up. I gotta do it again. Gotta do it again.
You got to do it one more time.
Yep. Yeah, no.
Well, another one.
He played it perfectly though. He didn't. I didn't know that.
I was gonna say another one to chew out your brain. Josh D. Levitt from the same movie as Star-Lord.
Josh Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah. Sorry, I said Josh D. Levitt.
Dang, man. That's okay. What's this guy's name? Hold up, 1 second. I'll get to that.
Yeah.
Is he not coming up on here? What are we doing?
John?
Really? He's in The Dark Knight.
What do you play, sir?
I don't know.
Who are you, sir?
That's really weird. He's not popping up on there. But he's a big actor. He's incredible. I talked about him last episode a lot. But
Yeah.
who'd you say? Oh yeah.
Joseph.
George Gordon-Levitt. I mean, listen. I love Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I think is one of the most underrated actors of all time. He's really, really, really good. Insanely, his range is stupid. Also, started one of his first acting roles with Halloween. My guy, Halloween H2O. That's cool to see. God, bro, we started dying laughing a couple minutes ago, and that was just
Killed you.
I'm still like, no, I'm not here. But no, yeah, that'd have been that. Yeah, but Chris Pratt's the guy.
Yeah, he is.
He is Star-Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Gamora? Yeah, ruins it. Dude, Matthew McConaughey as Jack in Titanic. That's a pretty known one. Like I said, I'm getting out kind of like the known ones right now, but there's a couple you're gonna be like, oh my god.
Kind of shocked that he like did that.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm. No. Nope, leave it alone.
Yeah,
Matthew McConaughey is a like top 5 actor for me, but no.
Leo should have won the Oscar.
Yeah.
Fans.
Yeah. Leo's
was the first movie he should have won an Oscar for.
Yep, 100%. Yep, it's crazy. It took him that long to win one too. I mean, actually unreal.
Dude.
Like,
and it's not even.
It's not a great. It is a great performance.
It shouldn't have been The Revenant though.
Yeah.
He had way better performances, and you're telling me that performance out was no.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But yeah, let's see. So I love Matthew McConaughey, but no. Liam Hemsworth was top 5 for Thor. That's a really known one as well. The fact that he was top 5 with his brother is just stupid. Imagine that, dude.
Makes sense.
You know how cool that is, though, to be there with your brother and be like, I don't know. It's just a cool thing.
Not
to
too
think
off
about.
topic, but I totally am just thinking like Matthew would look out the water like them glaciers were approaching.
You gotta do the whistle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you gotta do something.
All right.
The
Glaciers came.
You gotta do something like that, bro. No, that I could. His little stare, his little Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, no. Listen. Liam Hemsworth is a very different actor than the other Hemsworth.
Yeah.
The other Hemsworth, you know. But it's just he's just a little different. Different of an actor. I don't think he would have did that great. I love Liam Hemsworth as an actor, but just not as Thor.
Yeah, not Thor.
Yeah.
Chris kind of had.
We're
that
good.
over
Chris
him.
Hemsworth is the man. And then this is a crazy one. Ryan Gosling was offered the role as the Joker in Suicide Squad, and
I've never seen that one.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Isn't that wild? And he passed on it. He was offered the role before Jared Leto, and he passed on it.
It makes sense when
Smart
you
man.
look at the cast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The big names that they brought on, it makes sense. But holy crap, like why would they want to do that?
Ryan, bro, what?
Dude,
Like,
he's literally freaking Ken.
has
He is Ken.
you,
Heath Ledger would have never played Ken.
dude, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. It could have.
I mean,
It's Heath Ledger. You know what I mean?
could have
Bro,
done anything, but would he have?
it's actually unreal. Has Ryan Gosling ever done like a crazy role like that? I haven't seen him do anything like that. It probably has, because he's Ryan Gosling. But it's like he's known for like the rom-coms. You know what I mean? Some dramatic stuff.
No, my favorite movie with him is Crazy Stupid Love. I love that movie.
Crazy Stupid Love.
Him, Emma Stone, Steve Carell.
Yeah.
I can't think of the mom.
The
She's
cast
super
is a
cool,
big, nice
too.
cast in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's really solid. So I'm glad he passed on it. It would have hurt him a lot.
Yeah, no.
And I see why he passed on it, because he was like, I don't want to play this type of Joker. And also following up Heath Ledger is so stupid. That it's not stupid, but that's just such you have such a high standard now, high bar. You know what I mean? So he was definitely smart for passing that up. But that's a crazy one, isn't it? That's
No,
kind of
absolutely.
wild.
That definitely took me off, but I've never heard that one.
And this is where it really starts getting kind of crazy. And I'm gonna do my last one that's kind of known, and then I'll let you do a couple. And after that, it's all wild ones. Jake Gyllenhaal's Batman and Batman Begins, which would have been so that one's kind of a known one as well. I love Jake Gyllenhaal, and I love to see him as Batman. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, yes, like, dude, think of Jake Gyllenhaal's Batman. Think about it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, give it to me, give it to me, bro. I love Christian Bale, but dude, oh my God, dude, I'll stop, because I'll just keep going on and on. Give me. I don't know about early Jake Gyllenhaal like that, but give me Jake Gyllenhaal and as Batman, and I will be happy.
That would have been pretty good, dope.
Yeah.
Slept on actor.
Yep.
No, I wanted to go back. Just real quick. I totally messed this one up. It was Tom Selleck. I said Sean Connery for Indiana Jones. It was Tom Selleck for Indiana Jones. And I said Sean Connery like a silly guy. The guy with the super thick mustache.
Yeah. That's a better casting. It's better.
Yeah, for sure.
But still Harrison Ford.
So I'll probably say off a few more of like the known ones, and then I'll get to like the unknown ones. So Will Smith is the Django. That one is a pretty known one. Over Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx killed it.
I think they ultimately, at the end of the day, went right with Jamie Foxx.
Yeah,
definitely the perfect
100%. Yeah.
Harrison Ford is Alan Grant in Jurassic Park.
I wanted that one. I saw that and I was like, I want it. That would have been one of the best castings for sure. I love the guy that played him. Nothing wrong with him. But oh my God, could you imagine Harrison Ford in that role? Oh my God,
so
give it to
cool,
me.
right?
Give it to me.
Then he'd be part of like all three of like the biggest franchises ever. Dude.
And he would have been Steven Spielberg. You know what I mean? And Steven Spielberg, dude. He could have been in the new one too, the new Jurassic Park Dominion. Could you imagine? Oh my God,
that would have been sick.
That'd be crazy.
John Travolta as Forrest Gump.
I think that's a little known. I think I might have heard that somewhere, but that's just weird to think about, man. Yeah, no.
At the time, that's when he was like popular for Grease and stuff.
Yeah, he was dancing in his really tight pants.
And this one, I got like two more. Two more after this one. So we have Anne Hathaway as Tiffany in Silver Linings Playbook. Where Jennifer Lawrence.
I did not know that.
Yeah. That's one is interesting. Little one. And it's bad because I don't think it would have been bad. It just wouldn't have been the same.
No. What she did with that role is she did her job. I mean, it would have been so interesting. Fierce. I love Hathaway a lot, but
J-Lo's acting is so like, bro, you can tell she's freaking boiling.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman is James Bond. That one's a little more popuper.
Yeah, I want to see that. Yeah, I want to see it so bad.
It'd be so dope. I feel like
give it to me, bro. I know it is the perfect time. Well, yeah, he's a little older now, but it is. He's a good age. No, he's like 50 something.
You know what? I just realized, Logan, I don't really have any like too many left, so I'm gonna say. I'll do one more, and then I have one more set of like some smaller roles. Okay. This one's actually probably the biggest one for me. Johnny Depp as Patrick Bateman in American Psycho over Christian Bale.
Just because it's Johnny Depp, I want to see it.
I want to see what it wouldn't.
But
Yeah, and I can even confidently say it wouldn't have been as good. But I want to see what it would have been like because that was a younger Johnny Depp too.
that's not a Johnny Depp role that he was usually doing either. Like you think about
Exactly,
it, like
right?
he did a lot of weird stuff. I mean, you got Edward Scissorhands and a couple other ones.
Yeah.
and
But
even
it
Pirates
was
of the
more. They're
Caribbean's
still
weird.
like they have that what's his name? The guy who makes all the. He loves working with Johnny Depp. He's working with Jenna Ortega right now. Tim Burton. He has
Yeah.
a very Tim Burton feel with like the Edward Scissorhands
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like
America.
American
Yeah,
Psycho.
that would have been weird, dude.
Right?
I mean, yeah, that would have been interesting. I want to see it, because that was Johnny Depp like kicking butt. You know what I mean?
right.
Like 90s,
Right.
because that was filmed in 99. So, dude, oh my God, yeah, that's prime Johnny Depp, and I guarantee you would have put every like what he does with every role, he would put every inch of his soul and heart into that thing, and that would have been. I want to see that, bro. And it sucks, man, because Johnny Depp, he's getting older and he's starting to get out of these types of roles, and I wish he would just do more instead of doing these smaller movies, man. They need to get him in more stuff, but once again, with all the Amber Heard stuff, that's what kind of got him out of Hollywood for 10 years.
I've seen one of his smaller movies where he went to like Japan and he was like a photographer. Dude, really
seen that.
touching movie.
Yeah.
Super good.
But I want to see him on the big screen. I want to see him do these crazy roles.
Oh,
but
yeah.
because of the Amber Heard stuff, that's what kind of pushed him back. And then he tried to be in the Fantastic Beasts, and no one liked the movie. And I heard Johnny Depp wasn't even that good in it. People said he wasn't good in it. I haven't seen it, but that's kind of crazy to think about.
I heard that was like the only good
They're
thing
wrong.
about the
Screw
movie.
them. Yeah.
hate
Johnny
you.
Depp's. No, man. I don't want to hear no crap about Johnny Depp. He's
He's
incredible.
my Depp. He's my Depp.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Cool. And I'm gonna read off some of these, dude. I'll just do my final ones I have. You're gonna be surprised by some of these. Jamie Alexander as Wonder Woman, over Gal, and Jamie Alexander. Do you know who that is? Dude, when you look her up, she looks just like Wonder Woman. Look her up. She has this. I think Wonder Woman had blonde hair. She's a brunette, but she has like this weird look to her that is very Wonder Woman like. Because Wonder Woman is an alien. Look at her. In a good way. I'm not saying she's like. I'm saying she has like a very.
Wonder
unique
Woman
look.
had dark hair though.
Did she? I thought was she blonde?
No, it was always black.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. But don't she look like her though? She has like a very like Wonder Woman.
It's a very comic book face.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
She
bro.
has like the perfect features for a comic book. Like her nose is small, her jaw, how it's shaped.
And she's won a lot of awards. She's a very like known actress, really good one. So give me that. I mean, I love Gal. Don't get me wrong, everybody does. But I'm just saying,
That looks
like,
interesting.
She looks more like a comic book accurate for some reason. Like she doesn't really look necessarily like the comic book Wonder Woman, but she has this like comic book feel about her. A very right. You can picture her as Wonder Woman.
Totally, like it's a total comic book Wonder Woman.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And I saw that one and I was like, oh my God, like that's like spot on. So I would love to see that.
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal was almost Marcel Gerard in the originals. Which is, I didn't see the originals.
I've watched a little bit of the originals.
So do you know Marcel?
I do know Marcel.
He actually was offered, or not an offered, he was in talks, and it just never worked out. Could you imagine Pedro Pascal, bro, in the originals? It's not
Let me
wild.
see.
It's crazy. That is crazy. That is wild. So he was almost in there, and they said like there was just like they were kind of on the wrong side of things. They weren't on the same page.
Yeah, that's so weird. Who Marcel is?
I'm looking up right now.
He looks more like Elijah than he ever did Marcel. No, because Marcel is like Marcel
he's a whole different race.
Marcel was Klaus's like under. Yeah, that's kind of where I was like.
That's a whole different race. Yeah. So I guess.
Approach.
I guess they were just open to all ethnicities then, and were like, let's just go for it. So Marcel's I hated Marcel, dude. Screw Marcel. I can't stand him, bro. When I was watching Vampire Diaries, he was such a little.
He was a wannabe Klaus, bro.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, oh, this is my city now. No, it ain't, bro. It's not about your city. Get out of here with that. I'm sure they were all friends at one point. I just don't care anymore. I stopped watching it. But no, that dude, that would be crazy, bro. I'm trying to
right?
What?
Do you really think we would see him? Like, where would he be in Hollywood today? You know what I mean?
I couldn't see him in that role though. That's not a Pedro role.
No, dude, that's why I said Elijah is more like his street,
Yes,
brother.
yes, Elijah would be good, bro.
Yeah.
Elijah would be good, but no, that's one that I never heard ever, and I was like, oh my god, and they so it was it almost happened, literally almost happened, but Pedro was like, nah, and rightfully so. He made a really smart choice with that. That wouldn't have really worked out. And the guy that played him was the perfect jerk. He played him great. He played him great. So big props to him. But that is rare though. Usually they stick with like a certain ethnicity and they don't really
Yeah,
go
right.
out like that. So that's really interesting. You know who Luke Evans is?
Chris Evans?
Nope.
Brother.
Nope. Luke. Just look him up. Look up Luke Evans. He was in Murder Mystery. He was like the rich guy that was
Oh,
flirting
the guy
with.
from Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. So he was I believe was heavily in talks as Batman in
would've loved it.
Justice League. That would have
Would've
been
loved it.
such a good Batman, bro.
Dude,
It's a very different Batman. A very different Batman because he's not built like Ben Affleck. He's not an absolute unit, but it's more of Batman, skinny.
But
in
he
a way.
is a unit though. But he's not like a thick unit. He's a very lean
toned.
unit.
Yeah.
Super
Yeah.
lean.
So that would have been, dude. That's what Batman is too. Like, dude,
Mm.
oh, give it to me, bro. I think Luke Evans is a very underrated actor. By the way, I think he's someone who, no one knows about weirdly.
Dude, I love him in Beauty and the
But
Beast.
he's great in Beauty and the Beast. And he's great in a lot of other stuff too, dude. He's very underrated.
Just
People
because
need
it
to kinda
shows
come
off
around.
he's like a triple threat. He can dance.
Yeah,
He
dude.
can sing. He
Yep.
can act. He's
Yep.
strong as hell. He's shredded.
Shredded. Yeah. So that I would have loved that, dude. That's one that I think is kind
That
of
would've been
known
really
a little
cool.
bit, but no, that would have been really cool. And then last one is so they were gonna make a Sinister Six movie in 2016. It was the build-up, member from the Amazing Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
And they were gonna get Tom Hardy as Sandman. And yes, give it to me.
Really?
Give it to me. Yep.
Really?
Yes.
You're talking about the same guy that plays Venom?
Yes. Give it to me.
What?
You don't like that?
I don't think it would have been bad. Well, it's just hard.
Bro,
'cause I
it's
only
Tom
see him as-
Hardy.
It's already another Spider-Man villain now. You know what I mean?
Right. Now I get that.
But
Okay,
but
bro, okay,
I
Tom
can
Hardy.
look at it from the old Eddie Brock. I could see it.
Yes, but look at some of Tom Hardy's other stuff, dude. I mean, his range is Tom Hardy, I think, is one of the most
Dude,
underrated actors out there.
Peaky Blinders. Have you seen him in Peaky Blinders?
Peaky Blinders, Mad Max. There's so many good ones that do.
Yeah.
He's actually insane. So Tom
Yeah.
Hardy is one of my favorite actors of all time. Give him Sandman, I guarantee he kills it, steals the show. I think you got to give him more than Sandman. Make him like the main villain. I think he's definitely that kind of material. He's a leading man material guy, but
Yeah.
he's built. He's big, and get him in there as Sandman, bro. Oh my God, I would do a backflip off the roof.
I would die, dude.
I would die, man. So yeah, Tom Hardy as Sandman. Give it to me. Feed it to me
That
for
is an
breakfast, lunch, and
interesting
dinner.
one.
Yeah.
I would like to see it.
Yep.
I'm a big guy. I like to see
Yep.
things. You know what I mean?
I know you're not too into that one, but it's okay.
Hey,
Sorry.
it's not terrible.
Yeah.
I don't think it would have been bad. It's
Yeah.
just hard to imagine. it,
Watch
you know?
more of Tom Hardy's stuff, and you'll be like, okay, I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Julia Roberts as Leanne in The Blind Side.
I didn't see The Blind Side. Yeah, know
I
that
just think
people-
it's crazy because she won the Oscar that year for that.
I know who it is.
Yes, Loma's
Yeah.
famous.
Yeah.
Can't think of her name.
Nope. Not gonna be either.
Um,
I've heard the movie. I've seen the posters and all that stuff. I just never got around. A lot of people love it. It's a really big movie. I just haven't seen it.
Mel Gibson is the Gladiator.
Yes.
I would have.
I don't know. Yeah, it wouldn't have been as good, but
the body
type.
the type of hero figure he kind of was.
Yeah.
It could have worked. It could have worked.
Well, I mean, and the voice, yes, but yeah, I don't know, dude. I just
Yeah.
think of every time I think of Mel Gibson, I think of that. What was that one movie where it's like the war, and he, oh my god,
I can't think of what
and when
you're
he
talking
screams,
about.
you know what I'm talking about?
Maybe.
That's like so Mel Gibson. It's funny, dude. That's a good
I
film.
don't know.
actually.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I'll look it up.
Yeah. I forgot what's the name of it, dude. Hold on, I gotta look this up now.
Dude, I almost
It's so
forgot
popular. Come on.
some of my best ones here. So I got three more. I'm gonna finish it off with my last three.
Go for it, dude.
So Tom Cruise, as what I think
Yeah,
the
freaking
guy- as
Brave.
the
Yeah,
main guy in
Braveheart, dude. I love Braveheart. Braveheart's awesome.
Braveheart.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Tom Cruise is like the main guy in Footloose.
No.
Have you ever seen Footloose?
Nope. Leave
Yeah.
Footloose alone.
Yeah, Leave Footloose alone.
Yeah.
No, it's like a perfect movie.
Cut
My mom
loose.
loves that
That's,
movie.
that's Kevin Bacon, right?
Yes.
Keep on got that shoes.
I
Yeah,
see.
no.
I can see where the casting, because when they were
I love
younger, they
Kevin
kind of looked
Bacon.
alike in
Yeah,
a way.
a little bit, but I'm okay. I mean, I don't know, because Tom Hanks played a really good character in Big.
Tom Cruise.
Oh, Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, Tom Cruise.
Nah.
Nah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
Ben Affleck and Reese Witherspoon in Clueless, the movie with Paul Rudd and Amy Hecker. I don't want to say her name wrong.
I mean,
King.
Yeah.
Would have been.
It would have been different, but it would have been cool. They're not; those are great actors, and if they have good chemistry, it can be an incredible film.
Exactly.
They
right?
need to be in a movie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I thought that one was interesting. I was
Very
like,
interesting.
because they definitely went with the not lower names, but the smaller people on that one.
But I would have liked that.
I would like
that.
to see what would have happened.
Yeah.
And this is my last one. I think this one, honestly, will. I don't think anyone would have played it better, but it is definitely interesting thought. Liam Neeson as Abraham Lincoln in Lincoln.
The Voice.
It would have been interesting.
The Voice.
I don't
I'm going to
know-
find you. And I will kill you. I mean, he has the voice, bro, but like, Honest Abe.
I will kill you. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if
He
he could
has
have
the
played
fierceness
Honest Abe.
because Abe, Daniel Day-Lewis had a very fierceness, what? Can't speak. Had like a fierceness. That's not even a word. Is that a word? Fierceness?
Yeah.
I feel like it is, right? To the character of Abe in that movie. It's a very dark movie, Lincoln. Yeah, Liam Nelson, he could have done something with it, I guess, but I would have been interested to see it. But could he really like portray a part like Lincoln?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I know that sounds very like simplistic how I'm saying that, but it's true. Like I just it's so weird because I can see him in the sense of like the voice, the mannerisms, but playing a role like a biopic in a way, kind of like that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. He's a better bad guy.
Yeah. No,
You know?
I totally agree.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
All right, bro. There you go. I'm trying to see if there's any that skipped over. I don't think I did. I think there was tons and tons, but I try to go with some that not a lot of people knew or just some random ones.
Yeah, I picked the ones that people know and the ones that people wouldn't know at all.
Yeah. Yep.
So
I'm with you on that. But yeah, dude, there we go.
There we
Beautiful little episode. Excuse me, hit all the segments. Really, really fun time doing this, man. Yeah, John Wick 4.
With you.
John Wick 4. Acting news. Almost castings, all that fun stuff. We had a good time with it, man. So, fun little episode. Yeah, you guys let us know about the John Wick 4 stuff, anything about the acting news that you liked, or any castings that we might have missed that almost happened. And some of your thoughts on it.
Let us know.
Yeah.
I'm very open. I'd love to hear about this kind of stuff. It's super interesting.
The one that I really, really, really want to see is Jake Gyllenhaal as Batman or Luke Evans as Batman. Those are the two that I'm like, like, especially Luke Evans, dude. That would be such good casting.
Dude, I stand by it. I want to see.
They went with more of a name.
I want to see Miles Teller as Elvis.
It'd be interesting.
Like.
That's my movie though, so leave it alone. You know.
Yeah.
But no, that would have been cool. I wanted that for a long time for sure. It'd be cool to see it. He has more of a raspy voice. He could do a good job with it for sure.
Yeah.
We'll see. But yeah, dude. So you guys let us know your favorites, and yeah, Brayden, do you have anything else you want to say to everybody watching, man?
Just gotta appreciate you guys as always. Same kind of things that Logan said. I know we kind of tore into John Wick a little bit, so if you disagree, I understand. But I would like to hear your reasons. Like, what did I miss?
Those are the best conversations, though.
Yeah. I want to know what I missed so I can go back and do better and really grasp it. You know what I mean?
You can't do better. It's an opinion thing, bro. It's an opinion thing. You guys know how it goes, man. But we love to hear your opinions too. Baby. Now you know ours. But yeah, I think that's about it for me too, man. We do really appreciate all the love and support, guys. Seriously, it means a lot. You guys are doing really, really well when it comes to support and stuff like that. And we're gonna have our first like interview, kind of in a way. I guess you can kind of guest interview type thing. That's going to be posted probably like second week of April. So be ready for that, and from there on, it's just gonna be a lot of fun guests and stuff like that. So that's gonna be really cool.
Do you want to announce who the guest is? Do you want to do that?
Yeah, we can do it. We can do it.
Because I talk. We're doing this with Gru.
Yeah.
For everybody.
So Gru Room is a guy who is an interviewer. He interviewed me a few times
He's
for
the
some of my
man.
projects.
Okay.
He's a cool guy. We love you, man. He reached out one day. He's like, "Yo, I'm interviewing James Jude Courtney. You guys want to tag along?" James Jude Courtney, if you guys don't know, played Michael Myers in the new Halloween movies. It's right up my alley, bro. I'm the biggest
Amazing.
Halloween fan. I know everything
Super
about.
crazy.
I've watched so many James Jude Courtney interviews. I know how he approached the character, everything. So
Yeah.
I'm really hyped.
And for two of us being huge horror fans, like it's almost the perfect first guest for us.
Yeah.
Like it's
great.
he's just the perfect first guest.
It is.
speak
And
with.
Guru Room, Rocco was just so kind. Enough to let us, I guess, use the interview as well and kind of be like, yo, can we
Yeah,
just kind of,
invite us in.
post that? And
Wanna
he invited us on
collaborate with
and collaborate. So definitely go check him out. We'll give him some more promotion stuff when we do the interview, obviously, because he's letting us use it. But no, I think we do that like in April 8th or something like that. So we'll be getting that out that weekend or that week, whatever. We'll see how it goes. But no, that's going to be a lot of fun. And then from there on out, we're going to interview some people. And if you guys have anybody you want to see realistically, let us know, man, and we'll get them on and we'll chat with them and stuff.
Send
and,
anyone.
Yeah, send anyone, baby.
Working
Let's
on
go
magic.
freaking Tom Cruise, baby.
We're working on magic.
Working our magic, man. But yeah, and of course we'll get some Sweet Magnolias people on. We closer to that and that fun stuff. So just let us know, man. We'll get some people on. We want to do actors specifically though at first. Just because it says actors POV, and we want to kind of talk about acting, movies, stuff like that, how they approach scenes, how they approach the character, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, so be ready for all that. And then Patreon, I want to start one up. And I think, I don't know if anybody will join it, but we could do exclusive live, like podcast episodes there. Or we could do like the rank, talk about movies. We just do a bunch of different crap. So, we might eventually do that. I'm going to talk with Brayden a little bit about it. And, you guys let us know if you want to see it. I'll do a poll on my Instagram story, on the Instagram story of, Actors POV. And we'll kind of talk about it on there. If you haven't followed us on Instagram yet, do that too.
What's your problem?
And what are you doing? What you doing, man? If you're
follow us on the Instagram, on the TikTok, on
That's
the
what I'm saying.
YouTube, on the Spotify. What are you doing,
bro, if you're listening to this still 2 hours in,
and you're not,
you're obviously a true fan.
weird.
You're obviously
You're
a true fan. So go ahead and just follow. Go ahead and follow for
but
us.
like, let's be real. Like, we appreciate you, but like, if you've watched 2 hours and you're not following, you're
How
weird.
dare you? How dare you?
No. Like, that's kind of weird of you. I've never been so engaged in something to not like have the feeling of like, yeah, I want more of this in my life. You know
Just
what I
click
mean?
that
If I
button.
like a video, I'm like, damn, these guys are good.
Yeah.
I want more.
Yeah. But no, man. But we love you guys. Thank you so much. Just make sure you go follow us there and kind
We
of
appreciate
because
you
also
as always.
I give up updates and all kinds of stuff. So if
give
we're I give out. That's what I meant to
I
say.
give out.
I give out updates, not give up updates. I give out updates all the time on there too. If we got to like delay an episode or something like that, so make sure to follow us there for all that. And but yeah, dude. So we're gonna try to get this going, and like I said, we'll do live podcast episodes and stuff like that. So we'll kind of keep you guys updated on all that. But yeah, I think that's it for this episode, man.
To the guys, gals, and butches, we love you all individually.
Yes, we do. But yeah, appreciate y'all watching this, man. If you're on YouTube, give this video a like, comment down below what you guys thought of the episode, what you thought, the stuff we talked about in it. Share it, subscribe if you're new with that little bell notification so you're notified every single time we post. And if you're on Spotify, how's it going? You can't probably see us right now, but we'll say hi anyway. We're waving just to you. And yeah, follow us on there, man. And yeah, just tell your friends, tell your family about us, and get us going a little bit.
Yeah, spread it to your mother. Then your
Yeah.
mother will spread it to her
Listen,
mother.
the more support we get on this, the more time we can spend on it, and the more
facts.
things we can do. So yeah, just keep
Put more
supporting
into
it,
the
bro.
streams
That's
and
what I'm saying.
kind of just making a whole actor's POV brand in general. You
Yeah,
know what I
dude,
mean?
that'd be dope. But yeah, you guys keep supporting us. We do love you all so much. Seriously, it means so much. The fact that you just like 30 of y'all tune in every single week is actually unreal. So we love y'all
It's
so
unreal,
much. Really,
dude.
really do
That's unheard
appreciate
of.
it. Yeah, why would you want to listen to us? I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, right.
But no, we love y'all, man, and we will see you guys next week
In the next episode.
for Murder Mystery.
Murder Mystery 2.
Yes, sir. Love y'all, man. Y'all stay safe.
Riggedy riggedy.